Yeah. Dear Mr. Married Man, women do not change. They just run out. Woo! We are here. We is here. Getting ready, getting ready, getting ready, getting ready. This one needs to go. It's in the way. Be a reminder of all the missed opportunities. She lost with good men, better men, richer men. Men that wanted her when she was young and hot. Tell them. Tell them. Here we are, guys. Here we are. Ready or not? Here I come. I think it looks good. Let's see. Women do not take accountability. I can feel it in my guts. We are going to have a beautiful show. There we go. All right, let's get started, guys. Let's get started. Thank you so much for the first 3 of you here. Get the rights up. Get the likes up. Make them match your number. Who do we have here? Mr. Nene Benson. Benson Nene. That is a Kangema name. Are you from Kangema? Notifications should be turned on. There you go. Trevor Noah is saying, I can't wait. And we have Mr. Ghost. Leo service imeanza mapema. So I have started the service early because I want to preview the music I just created based on a tweet that Kibe posted on X. So I created a music specifically to respond to the tweet that Kibe posted. So I want to start early so that by 6 p.m. we get started with the regular programming. I have a very fine gentleman calling in from Canada, and he's going to give us his story. So I want to get the songs out of the way so that we can do the regular programming in real time. Everything looks very good. Mr. David Chege, good evening to you also. Nashukuru uko hapa. I want to make sure that I'm coming beautifully clear on your small and big screens, wherever you are watching me from. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Because women do not take accountability. All right. Let's see. Now I'm messed up my eyes with that bright light. Okay. Sadaka ipande. What am I missing? I'm ready. I want enough room for me to do this when I need to do that. All right, I have enough room. There we go. Testing. Microphone testing. The volume is low, don't worry about it. We are going to get started in 2 minutes. When we get 25 people, we're going to get started. 25 is a good number. It's a quarter of a whole figure, if you know what I'm saying. Diokulad, Mr. Trevor Noah, Karibu Sana, Mr. Ghost, Mr. Benson Nene. Nene, are you from Kangema? That's a very ancient Kikuyu name. Ile wimbo iko hapa leo mtapenda. The song that is here you will love. Ile wimbo iko hapa mtapenda. What is happening? Now I want us to stay on that song for a minute. Stay on that song, stay on that song, stay on that song. Oh, I'm looking at myself, looking at myself, looking at myself. It is looking good. It is looking good. Doesn't have much effect. I don't want to shine a forehead. That's where the brain lies. All right. That light looks good. This light today is behaving. I like it in that golden glow. Not this one. This one is too much. Like keeping it that one right there. If we can keep that, we're gonna have a beautiful time. Kadabagola, Mr. Kahawa, unasemaje, bro? Unasemaje? This is my third cup. I woke up at 3:45 a.m. It is almost 9 a.m. Mr. W.A.K.C. Wakisi. Kutoka nianze kusikiza George, hakuna kitu inanibo kama mtu akona victimhood mentality. Bro, there is no room for victimhood in this planet. There is no room. Bro, you need to completely tune out your human instinct and watch the TV shows, episodes called The Wild. I mean, on Netflix. Is an offshoot of National Geographic Channel. The Wild. Watch how brutal the natural environment is. There is one episode of The Wild that I watched, and it's flamingos in this hemisphere, not the flamingos of Lake Nakuru. Flamingos in this hemisphere, somewhere along this the strip of the Americas. And the lake where they are hatching the chicks is a salty lake. It's a salty lake. And they have to migrate. Those flamingos migrate. I think even the ones in Nakuru, they migrate from Nakuru to Bogoria or some other place. So here is the conundrum. There is the hatching season. If a chick hatches early, it's a disadvantage. If a chick hatches late, it's a disadvantage. The potential disadvantage of hatching early is because the longer they stay in that salty water, the more they are susceptible to having salt accumulate on their little feet. You need to watch that shit. So the salt accumulates on their feet the longer they have been alive. So when it comes the time to get out of there, to migrate, they are weighed down by the salt accumulation on their little feet. They cannot migrate. The danger of hatching too late, you are not mature enough to make the journey. You have to hatch at the exact time. Not too early, not too late. That's why even in the real world now, you hear people saying, oh, that guy was ahead of his time. What are they saying? He had seen Kafere before everybody else, but that Kafere was not ready for him. So his talent disappears before the rest of the world catches with him. You have seen so many people go through that. There is this Luo comedian called, I'm going to remember his name, Odwor. He is a product of Churchill. He was way ahead of his time. He died. I didn't know much about him until he died. So I went back and started studying him. He was way ahead of his time. If Odwor was alive today, he would be the biggest comedian in Kenya. Go look at his content. But he hatched too early, and salt accumulated on his little feet, like the flamingos of the salt lakes of the Americas. So when the opportunity to launch came, he was weighed down because the rest of the world was not ready for him. There are people who are too early, too late. So many examples to go by. So many examples of people who are way too late. And you look at this person and you say, man, I wish he had showed up 6 months before the explosion of the internet, the reception of social media, whatever it is, even in the business world. Let's just stay here in content creation. And then you look like somebody like cartoon comedian. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. I admire that girl like I have a crush on her. Perfect timing. I remember her sitting at Jarango TV, giving us her story, how she dropped out of school, how she was struggling in Kariobangi or some other place close to that place with her mother to make school fees. And in that sitting, people came together, we came together, and because Jarango asked her, what do you need to go to the next level? She said, I just need a camera. Go watch her most viewed video. It is the video she created the moment she got hold of that camera. She was right there, aligning with the vibration of the universe, right at the right time. The rest is history for cartoon comedian. Perfect timing. Like the flamingo chick that hatches right on time. They have enough strength. They have enough wings. They have stayed there enough time to master the environment. And when it comes time to migrate, they are leading the way. Go watch that video. The episode on flamingos in that show called The Wild. Perfect timing. What triggered that? Oh yeah, victimhood from Mr. W.A. Casey. Kutoka nianze kusikiza George, hakuna kitu inaniboo kama mtu akona victimhood mentality. Yes, my point there was nature has no room for victimhood. You can say, oh my God, I was born so early and now I have stayed so much in these salty waters and now my feet have accumulated. Now I cannot move. That is a you problem. I was born too late. I don't have enough time to build myself for this journey of migrating. That is a you problem. In those cases, born too early, born too late, those chicks are left behind to die. Remove yourself, your little tiny feelings that you inherited from your mothers and face the reality of the jungle. Then you can understand how this planet is designed. All right. What time is it? Time is it? Whew, it's already 9 o'clock. Singapore guy hajamaliza kufungua mlango. Hatujasahau. I don't know what that means. Mr. Nelson, another good example is Caliph Cairo. He hatched way early, but he still has time to redeem and go big. No, Cairo's problem is a problem of integrity. And what Kibe calls habiliki. Remember, this boy is a Gen Z. He carries the connotations of the curse of the Gen Zs. Too much information. The head is full of nonsense and noise. There is no room for new information. So even when people are telling him, hapa umekosea, rudi pande hii, hawezi sikia, haabiliki. Even that super lawyer, the Rahu Akibar Somali guy, invited him to his house to try to get him to listen. 2 days after leaving, whatever that guy's good name is, Abdurrahman or something, he went back into his punitics. And also, whether you admit it or not, and because my name is George NGA, and I don't know how to talk, there is no father figure in his life. His source of information is his mother in the west coast of America. The mother occurs him telepathically with Woye messages. Oh, they are hating you because you're successful. I am praying for you. Don't listen to those people. The devil will be defeated. There is no weapon formed against you shall prosper. You are blessed in Jesus' name. That's all the message he hears from the mother on the phone from God-forsaken Washington State in America. There is no man he has ever listened to. He has no ears for men. Look at the trajectory of the fuck-ups he did with women. He have ears, 100% for women, but no ears for men. When you see him hanging around men, fellow losers. The only environment we see him hanging out with men is when men are chafua in the meza. That is the only snapshot, Kodak moment that we see him hanging out with men. When the super lawyer tried to get him to try to pump some sense in him, in through this, out through the other. Integrity, bro, there is not, integrity is a million times better than skill. Integrity. Mimi, 75% of what I do is propelled by the integrity that I displayed. That's why I was telling Sajid, I don't want anybody to confuse me for a black guy, because I don't know what black guys have done in your life, and then you think I am that black guy. I don't want to be confused for an immigrant, because I don't know what immigrants have done in your life, and then you confuse me for the behaviors of the immigrant. My name is George. NGA. What problem of yours can I solve? I am reliable, I'm dependable, and I deliver those two with honesty. Hii ingine, hiyo ni yenu. Mimi, I am me. Usinichukulie kama huyo. You know, there was a time, I don't know even why I'm talking about this. There was a time I met this girl, a white girl, and on the first date, because in the modern society now, people, there are prerequisites. Before you meet in person, you have done all the groundwork. So, hakuna kitu ingine imebaki ya kujuana ndio muende kwa kitanda. Mimi, I don't do this because the other guy that I did this and I gave him on the first day, then he disappears. So you are going to judge me by the traumas of the past mistakes of the other guys. So she resented, and it happened. And I gave her the taste of her own medicine. Because, see, that is your portion. Once you give the first time, men drop you. Why would I treat you different? You displayed that that's how you want to be treated. So hata mimi kula block umbo hii. But that's not why we are here. All right. Ahmed Nasil. Yes, I love that guy. Super intelligent guy. Super intelligent guy. I remember a case, and I gave him grief for it, where he was driving probably from Mombasa or Machakos, and there was a road construction, and a stone flew from the road construction area and broke his windshield. He took the relevant body that is responsible for road construction to court, and he won big. He was driving his Bentley, and the windshield got broken because the construction people had not done their job right. And he won the case. I love stuff like that. I love people who go after people just to make a point. I do that a lot because I have nothing better to do. Some of these lessons are more worth hatches more men than circumcision. Bro, don't get me started with the story of circumcision. Go on my Twitter and look at that video about a guy on Twitter Spaces giving me a horror experience of him getting circumcised at Dr. Other's PCEA church in Nakuru, near Lake Nakuru. Don't get me started about the Kikuyus. This is not that story. Okay, so this is the tweet from Kibe that made me make this song. And the tweet, so Kibe is copy pasting a message from somebody and said, I'm going to read it as if the guy is the one who wrote the tweet, because we know this story is his. He's just pretending it is his friend. So I'm going to read the actual story that he wanted to give. I am a guy, 25 years old. I met a girl back in 2023, dated until 2024 October, got married in November of 2024, and got a baby in January of 2025. Hey, we are not going to talk about the DNA test, okay? We are just going to ignore that a DNA test should have happened before this conversation. Everything was okay, fine until this year, 2026. The wife has stopped giving me conjugal rights. I have tried hard to be romantic and all that, but the lady still denies me the chance. Since January 1st, I have managed to go only one round on her. She doesn't give me to the fullest at all. What could be the problem? Advise me. I am crying. The lady has changed her attitude. Here is my response, Mr. Kinovia.
Yeah. Help me understand this situation.
I will.
My wife has stopped giving me sex barely 2 years into
Kinovia.
What could be the problem?
What could be the problem? You will not believe it.
Married man.
Dear married man.
Yeah. Dear Mr. Married Man. Women do not change.
Women do not change. They just run out of options.
She fucked up the game of hypergamy.
She fucked up the game of hypergamy. She settled for you. You remind her of all her fuck-ups. All the good men she had met. Good men, rich men, better men.
She wasted her
youth.
And now she
settled for you. Fucking Genovia. And now she sees you as a loser for settling with her diminished value of herself.
She will resent you.
She will resent you for settling with her.
Her mistakes.
You settled for her mistakes. You settled her past. You settled her for her fuck-ups. Run for the hills, Genovia. Run, Genovia, like your life depends on it. Because your life depends on it, Genovia. Run, Genovia, run. Run, Genovia. Run. Kenodia. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Watch this. The best time to run was when he was at the altar. The next best time is before the Kyokoto. Whips for Kenodia.
Please help me understand the situation.
Help me understand the situation.
My wife has stopped
giving me conjugal rights.
Barely 2 years into our marriage.
Barely 2 years after our marriage. What could be the problem, Kenodia?
Concerned married man.
You as concerned married man. Kenodia, run.
And do not look back. Like your life depends on it. Because whether you got it or not, your life depends on it.
Run! Run, Kenodia. Kenodia, run! And get yourself a copy of this book. Get a copy of this book, Kenodia. Women do not change. They just run out of options. In the game of hypergamy, she fucked up. Now she settled for you. You are the loser. She resents you because you remind her of all the good men she could have settled with. Good men, better men, richer men. Kenodia. Guyeno.
When she was young and hot, she wasted her youth, and now she settled for you. She sees you as a loser.
Now this is
settling with her broken self, her diminished self. She will resent you
forever.
And punish you.
She will punish you for her own mistakes. Because women don't take accountability.
Women do not take accountability. Run for the hills.
Run for the hills, Kenodia. Run.
Run and do not look back.
Run, Kenodia. The best time to run was before the altar. The next best to run is before the Kyokoto. Exactly, Mr. Ghost. She realized she's not worth of even him. And she hates it. Cannot be a run. I'll let you listen to this version, R&B version, on your own, and then we're gonna get started. My caller is ready. I can see him here. One song, and we are done. Get started. Come on, give it to me.
Please help me understand this situation. My wife just stopped giving me sex. Barely 2 years into a marriage. What could be the problem? Yours concerned married man. Run, 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 run for the hills, Canothia. Run, 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 and do not look back. Run like your life depends on it. Because whether you know it or not, your life depends on it. Here, Mr. Married change. They just run out of options. She messed up the game of hypergamy, and she settled for you and lose the other. You remind her of all the missed opportunities she lost with good men. Better man, richer man, men that wanted her when she was young and hot. She wasted her youth and now she settled for you. She sees you as a loser, settling with her broken self, her diminished self. She will resent you and punish you for her past, her mistakes. Because women do not take accountability. Run for the hills, can do the earth. Run and do not look back. The best time around was before the altar. The next best time is before Kyoto. The game of hypergamy is cool. She chews you up and spits you out. She monkey branches and leaves. You question yourself and you wonder, what did I do wrong? What happened? You did not do anything wrong, bro. That was not your woman to keep. Don't beat yourself up, little guy. Just get your money right, amigo. You see, in this game of exchange of values in the sexual marketplace, she already comes with a value. Her value is in her youth as a woman. You do not have your own pay. You were born with no value. You have to build your own pay. Get your money right, Mr. Picture. Then and only then will you participate in the marketplace of exchange of value. Yeah.
Hello everybody. Look at haha. All right. 30 haters yet to hit the like button. Don't be a puny. Get the likes up. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to get to 20K so that I can have some bragging rights. I don't know why, but I think 20 is a good number. Nifikisheni 20. Nikisemaga YouTube yangu iko na watu 20, giri mirongo iri. All right. You see, when I was sipping that coffee right there, I was thinking of doing some giveaway for 20K when we get to 20K. And then when I put the coffee down, I was like, how would I do that? How would we pick a winner? What would be the category? So that idea disappeared as soon as I put the cup down. But if you have better ideas, tell me. Hey, I have the 20K. Just tell me how we are going to pick and choose without interfering with the two feelings of those that are not going to get. All right. I have somebody that is going to give us the story, and I think I already saw them here. It's Mr. Canadian Chege. Stop triggering Kenovia. Kenovia is a goner. Kenovia is a true goner. Hatutasaidia Kenovia. Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Dirangu Wairimo, 1720. He has become a member of the hello level. Karibu sana to the bright side. There is a lot of content there for members only. And in your honor, Kenovia, Mr. Dirangu, let me put an extra content there in the members only so that you can enjoy special content. I know I have one. Visibility, unlisted. Yeah. I'll give you access to this content. And there are some more in the editing stage. So more will be coming there. But I have just added one beautiful content there in your honor of signing up to the membership. Enjoy that. It's a very good conversation. 59 minutes of it. All right. Let's call Mr. Canada. Mr. Canada. Ready or not? Here comes Mr. Canada. Hello, Mr. Canada.
Mr. George.
Uwanja ni wako. Talk to us.
You're triggering me already, my brother.
You've been triggered, Kenovia.
It's 8 a.m. right now in Calgary, in Canada. It's too early for this, you know.
I know. That's why coffee comes in handy. Coffee, bro. Coffee.
Oh, so where do I start? I don't know where to start.
I know where to start. I am the king of triggering. I learned this art from Talebogola. So you are a Kikuyu from central Kenya.
Correct.
And you went to, don't tell me. You went to Kirwara High School. Kirwara is in Gatondo. Is that true?
It is Gatondo, yes.
Okay, let's start there.
So it's the normal route for any teenager.
Subiri kidogo. People in the comment, tell me if you can hear him properly. Yesterday we had a problem with a charging Bluetooth not giving the guest speaker up. Pump up the volume. Let's see. Pump up the volume. That should be the end of it.
Mic check. Can they hear me? Mic check.
Oh, let me do it from here. Sorry. Let's see. There's a difference. Okay. It's audible today. Tarebogora, good. Now the other person, Jude, is saying it's low. Okay, I'm gonna take off the power. It seemed to have helped yesterday.
Mic check.
Subiri kidogo tu. I'll cut you out and bring you back on. See if it's going to help. Okay, we are in business. Are you back?
I'm back.
Okay, so you went to Kirwara Boarding High School.
Kirwara High School, kids, boys, yes.
And you were telling us it was the regular run-of-the-mill system in Kenya. Go ahead from there.
It's the normal pipeline. So I'm there, and the bullying. I want to start with the bullying.
Monorization.
Yeah.
Are you in your 30s?
I'm in my 30s, yes.
So yeah, those days it used to be called monorization. There was nothing like bullying in our days.
Monorization. That is the correct term. The first circumcision, eh?
Yes. Yes.
So I go there. I'm a quick learner.
Mm-hmm.
So I analyzed the situation, and I was like, if I don't become a head prefect, man, I'm done. So I made myself to be the right choice, right? So I was prefect, nikaanzia hapo. Then at Form 3, I started reading books outside, like normal kawaidas, not the normal books, right? And they were talking about the faculties of the brain, imagination. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, to hell. And then I read a newspaper. There was a guy in Nairobi who had slept with a school teacher. And that story fascinated me.
Wait. What year is this?
We are thinking about 2005.
Okay.
So the story was like in a magazine, right? So I was fascinated by that. And I said, you know what? I'll try this shit about imagination. So I started imagining how it would feel. So you're looking at the teacher in a certain way, you know. And it happened, they needed a new teacher. So there was a teacher who was transferred to Kirwara High School at that year. Mm-hmm. And then I happened to be at that time to be the dining hall captain. I was making the queuing, people on the lunches, the normal stuff, right?
Yeah.
So we were interacting a lot because she was in charge of making sure students as well, that was her kind of role after teaching, like besides teaching. So we started talking, and then one thing led to another, George, the same stuff that I'd read on this book, like how to present yourself, right? So this shit is happening in front of my eyes. So one day she's like, you know what? I've left some stuff in my house. Can you go get it for me? She's a teacher. The houses were outside in that small town in Kirwara. Mm-hmm. I can't remember the name of the town. So she had a flat there. So I went and grabbed the stuff she wanted, a couple of whatever books. But on the bed, she had left her clothes. Like maybe she slept on them. There was an underwear there. And me being puny, I had to smell that shit, bro. Like I'm a virgin by a George. That was it.
You are 14. You are 14 or 15 years old at the time.
I think 15.
And you were acting out of the script you had read in a magazine.
Correct.
Jesus Christ.
I'm exercising imagination.
Yes.
Right. So we go back. Then it happened. There was a strike. There was the high school, Kirwara High School. They had been given money by the government to build a computer lab, new computers. You are trying to, modernize kidogo. Mm-hmm. So the students were angry. Tunakula huku kama nguruwe. Ile githeri, the githeri for high school.
Yeah.
But then they are building a new facility. So that was the contention, the issue of contention.
Yeah.
And the boys decided, you know what, we're going to ban this shit. So this Gen Z thing started in Kirwara, Muranga, the whole Mau blood, rebellion. Mm-hmm. So there was rumors of banning of the school. So I had a script. So that night I didn't sleep because I knew it was going to happen that night. So chaos, Usiku George, they started banning the school.
No way.
No, true story. You can ask people from Kirwara from that side to confirm my story.
Subiri kidogo tu. This is me, George.
Hi.
My name is Ann. I was referred to you by my boss's pilot, Joe Remus.
Yeah.
And I was calling to see if you might be available for car service on February 17th.
Yeah.
Okay. They are going to be they're going to be flying into Pflugerville, FBO, on February 17th, and they're going to land about 10:30 in the morning or so.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna need to go to downtown Austin on Congress Avenue for a meeting at 12 o'clock. And their meeting is there's going to be 5 people altogether. Or I'm sorry, 4 people altogether. And they're going to be meeting for 2 hours, and then they're going to drive back to the Pflugerville FBO.
So do you think they want an SUV or a Sprinter van for the 5 of them?
It's going to be 4 people.
Okay,
sorry,
4 we can do an SUV.
I think just a smaller car is fine. An SUV is fine.
Perfect.
Yeah, they're not going to have any luggage or anything like that.
Okay.
Because they're just flying for this one meeting, and the meeting is from 12 to 2 in downtown Austin.
Yeah.
And so it would just be picking them up from the airport, going down to the meeting and the meeting is from 12 to 2, and then driving back to the airport.
Okay. Do you have the tail number of the private jet?
Yes, I do. The tail number is N like Nancy, 278, X like X-ray, L like Larry.
Oh, that's a regular private jet that we normally use at the FBO. I know that jet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for my boss, Todd Williams.
He
flies to Austin quite a bit, actually.
Okay. So do you have access to my email?
I do not have your email.
Just text me those details and the date, and then I'll put you on the schedule.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'll include my email address so that you have it. And then that way, if you need anything else or anything for me to add to that, or
no, I actually think I have a few information about you. I have you saved as executive for Todd, so I'll figure out the list. Just give me the dates.
Well, there's multiple people that fly that plane.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure that it's charged to the right credit card.
Perfect.
So I'll if you want, I can send you a separate email with my credit card information.
Correct. Text me, and then I'll touch base with you, and then we're gonna open a whole new profile separate from everybody else.
Okay. That sounds great.
All right.
And so is your name George?
Every day of the week, yes.
Every day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Ann.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, George. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye-bye.
John in Canada. So you are in her room. Well, we fast forward. The school is the boys are on strike.
No.
And let me take you back where you are. And that night you decided you are not going to spend the night in school.
No, the night of the strike, I was in school. Remember, I'm a school, like I'm one of the captains, right? I just had insider information. This thing didn't get me by surprise.
Yeah.
So this incident brought us closer, if that makes sense. Because now she's like, oh, after the incident, I use that as an excuse. Hey, I'm kind of scared. Can I come at your place? Kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
No, I need that.
Wake up you.
So I'm still a Bajo, but I really need to get this manhood out of my place because I have other 5 brothers, or all they talk about Nugomara Unamidi. So it was a big pressure, and this was my opportunity.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Are you saying this strike is not going to mess my plans, or are you saying this strike is the best opportunity for me to get on my plans? Which one is it?
No, this is the perfect crisis.
Aha! Do not let a good crisis go to waste.
Don't waste it.
How old are you again? I remember that's what I was asking you earlier. How old are you? 15?
I mean, yes, I'm 15. Innocent boy, but you know this thing. Anyway, so we have to. The school had to. Parents had to go. Kids had to go home. Parents come back because it's a big thing. The school is banned down, George.
Mm-hmm.
Would have died because we were crowded. You know those high school dorms, eh?
Yeah.
It's like a small dorm, 2 exit doors. Now, but go on a petrol bombs. It was a real thing. My first trauma, if I may.
Molotov.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so on that time to Mefukuzwa home, that was the time she was like, you know what? I leave it because she was from Isili, right? Alikuwa amepata job ya Ocha kushikuja just to work, right?
Wait, she was from Isili. Was she Allahu Akbar?
No.
Okay.
Very beautiful Kikuyu woman.
Uh-huh.
Lily Hasler, she was in Isili, but the principal of Kirwara at that time were related at distance, whatever kind of a thing.
Uh-huh.
Kuna job hapa kama udu job. Anyway, so she's like, I can take you to my place, and if you want to come, to decompress, blah blah. She was following the script. I tell you, when looking back, it was love, George. There was something there. Anyway, so I tell my mom, you know what, the chick picked me up to Isili.
You are saying that alikuwa ameninoki sana, there was something there. Are you convincing yourself there was something there?
At the time.
She is what, 24, 25?
I would say 30s.
Oh, okay, because she has gone through the school system and then had to go and get certification to be a high school teacher.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, me to kind of like silly. Now, what do you mean, village boy? We were staying in Thika at the time. My mom and my dad and my brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And so everything is new. Silly, the buses. So excitement is all-time high, right? Nobody is steady. Because this chick was beautiful, George. She was beautiful. Me to Mefika Isili, and I was hyping her as if I knew not anything. Remember, I'm a bad joke, but I'm not gonna tell her that, right? That would chase the pussy away, right? So, hype up kula vitu, and I've never seen a vagina in my life. Hizo tu za picha. Are you there?
Oh bro, mimi niko set hapa na hii story kama mwamba.
Asante. Anyway, and then she was also determined because nakumbuka alikuwa on her periods. I told you I'm gonna go raw. So buckle up. Hey, mi venye nilingia kwa shimo la nyoka. That was it. Everything changed, George. It was a feeling I'd never felt. The energy rush, man. I felt like I killed or robbed a bank. I was so high on is it euphoria? I don't know what they call it.
It is dopamine.
Dopamine, thank you. I was so high on this thing and then frightened at the same time because I was like, what just happened? Shit came out of my body. Isi mkojo. So it was this scary, nice feeling, right? At the same time. And then the guilt started settling because I'm still an innocent boy. And I used to be, man, the things pussy can make you do, George. Nilikuwa nimeiba mtungi ya gas from my own house. Ndio twende Isili, bro.
Ukauza mtungi ya gas ya jikoni ya mama.
Na tumatoruge githeri utuku.
Ndio upate pesa ya kwenda Nairobi kukanyanga mama mwingine. Kinothia.
Asimu mama. Don't.
I mean, she's twice your age plus 5.
At the time, she was a goddess, right?
To you.
So, to me, exactly. Anyway, so I had to come home, tell mom all that story. Long story short, we continued. So now I had...
You had to come back and tell your mom which story?
I can't remember what I told her.
What story? About the gas? Or about mama?
No, mama was top secret. I was never going to let that go, right? So we became careless when school came back. When we came back to school, we became careless. It was crazy. So we became careless. Now, every other male teacher in that high school wanted this chick. I'm not bragging. I'm telling you the truth, right?
I mean, those are the dynamics. That's what we witnessed for 4 years in boarding high school. Young women coming in and men falling over their toes to be the one that scores her. Yeah, that's the dynamics.
So we got caught. One of the teachers who was snooping around her. Akatupata kwa ofisi. So the case blew up big time. Mimi nikachujwa shule. I had to come home and tell everybody what was
he told on you because he wanted the woman.
100%.
So he reported you to the principal.
To the principal.
And you got sent home to go bring your parent.
Correct.
And what happened to the woman? Ama niache story yako.
No, they had to fire her, right?
No way.
I'm serious, bro.
Yeah.
Because now the whatever relative, the principal, his job is in line, right? So the story got twisted when I went home and I had to tell my mom everything. I thought it was Virginia. I don't want to say the other one. My poor mom. I had to tell her, yo, I'm not a bad Joe. Nimekuwa kuku danger. Not that we are teaching.
Mwalimu ndiye anaitwa Virginia?
No, my mom. My dear mom.
Si nilikuwa na mistari hapo, nilikuwa nafikiri mwalimu ndiye anaitwa Virginia. Ulienda kwa mama ukamwambia, mimi I'm no longer Vajo because nilikula vagina ya Virginia. Lakini hiyo imepotea.
No, the lady was called Patricia. Sitasema hiyo ingine. And so my dad was very nonchalant.
Oh, so ulienda ukasema principal amekufukuza sababu ulipatikana na unapasua Patricia.
Yes.
Sasa amekwambia uende uletee pero. Natafuta mistari bro.
Man, my dad, that's one of the places where he came strong.
Yeah.
As a man. That was my first experience. He really showed up.
Yeah.
You know, akanivuta kando akaniambia stories zingine uambiangi mother. That was my dad. He was called George, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyway, tumerudi. Principal is fuming up. Kuingia tu hivi kwa ofea ya principal, piga magoti.
Ulienda na mama ama na baba?
My dad.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
So, kuingia tu kwa ofisi ya principal, nimepigishwa magoti. Just humiliation, man. You know?
Yeah.
Piga magoti.
They are just jealous of you, bro. That's all there is to it.
And also wondering, you know, how did he pull it off? Again, imagination.
Yeah.
The faculty of the brain.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I got demoted from the principal. Sasa hakuna hata maji moto. You know, high school there was no. It's cold water.
Yeah.
Maziwa. These are torture camps. As a looking. But you go the how? Let me not go there. But anyway, I lost all the privileges.
Privileges zote za prefect umetolewa.
Zote. Sasa mimi nilikuwa ni sonku. Sasa mimi ndio na osha meza, na osha. The same place I was inspecting is the same place the principal punished me for. When you do all those jobs that no one else does.
Na ukatolewa kwa cubicle ya maprefect ukapelekwa kwa gen pop.
Sasa niko huku kwa population bro. I've lost all the rank. Nakumbuka nikilia George crying and saying, what the fuck is this? Because I'm a young man at the time and see understand easy video. So I took it as a big punishment. So I was crying. And then I said, you know what? I thought when you go now, easy video, they're still human beings. I was just drunk with power. So I did a good job than those guys. The captain were entertainment. Now it gets interesting.
Minister for Entertainment and Scat Discovery.
Entertainment, god damn it. You know? So nikaanza kutumwa nje naendea ma movies. Our school was kind of what you call fast forward thinking. Naendea ma movies and weekends we watch movies. So on one weekend I don't know whether you want to go there about losing my bro.
Tell me the story you want to give me.
So anyway, I've been reinstated back to power.
Yeah.
And I started putting my life back together. Being a learner, you know. And tumemaliza high school, I'm outside.
Goja kidogo. Wakati huu unanyandua mwalimu ulikuwa form gapi?
Form 3.
Aha, okay.
Also, I'm very intelligent. I was a student, by the way. But after the punani, Didico. Because now, focus may lose. So it was a lot of work, you know?
Yeah.
Bring back the focus. Anyway, nimemaliza high school with a very strong C. Very strong C, but I already realized education haitanisaidia.
Yeah.
Sorry to say. So meeting this older woman, she was opening my eyes, to give her credit. Alikuwa ananisho venye situation iko hard huku nje.
Subiri kidogo. There is a story there umekanyangia. When you became entertainment prefect, you used to be sent outside the school to go pick up videos. And you said in one of those instances that you were out there looking for videos. Kuna story hapo.
Nika research what would give the students a better understanding of things. So kulikuwa na movie ilikuwa inaitwa Prison Break at the time. So when I brought that movie, it was received so well in the high school. Like people were not going for sports while it was so glued on this story.
Yeah.
So the principal there, me and the principal, nika realized I have a gift of learning tabia za watu or what to give people. I have a gift of thinking, researching, you know? It was a big eye opener. So, and that same year, Nicholas Bro, one of my big brothers, I lost a brother. So that was another thing I was trying to get out of. So to memorize high school, then I started using my gift again of imagination. British Army. Because nime realize huku George, nikitoka nje, my parents don't have money. Nikitoka hapa hivi nitadedi. The environment is so harsh at that time. 2007, 2008. So again, I don't have money or anything, just my imagination. Sikukula tu wanawake, nikasema sasa nita imagine the biggest, scariest thing I've ever thought of.
Yeah.
And it was British Army. Na hiyo ilikuja after seeing some soldiers walikuwa wamesimama hapo Thika, walikuwa wanaitwa majoni.
Yes.
These white soldiers, they used to go to Nanyuki and all that business. So got first time to see a white man, like real. Obviously kuna ma TV na nini, but real. Smell them. You know, nilikuwa kwa duka wakakuja hapo next. I just looked at these guys. Mimi hakuna kitu najua about history. I'm just living, George. So nikaanza kuresearch, nika research, nikaona tuko Commonwealth, you can actually join. Sikufikiria about pesa, sikufikiria about anything because we don't have it. But I just said, this is my biggest imagination. So now I'm talking to the universe. Napatia universe kazi. Umenileta hapa, you should take care of me, kind of a thing. Nikaanza mabarua, email, letters. You know, I got the thing, George.
You got recruited into the Royal Navy. I mean, the UK military. I don't know what they call them these days. I'm remembering the Royal Navy because that's the one my father served in.
The British Army. I took
the British Army.
2 years to get the visa.
Yeah.
George, naenda wananinyima, rudi nyumbani. Najaribu tena wananiambia.
Na uko na barua?
Sijapata barua.
Okay.
Sijapata barua.
Yeah.
You know, there's three denials. The first denial comes, the universe checks whether you're serious.
Yeah.
Most people, they don't revisit. Mimi nikarudi tena. I knocked again. Boom, 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 boom. By giving them what they said I didn't have. Walikuwa wanasema sijasoma. Yani sina. Nikawapatia documents za Kirwala High School. I know what to read. Again, you don't have money. You don't have enough capital to survive in England while you're doing training.
Yeah.
Valid excuses, but they're excuses nonetheless.
Yeah.
So, nikawambia, I have my uncle and he has agreed to co-sign. Nikawarudishia. So wakakosa excuse ama wakaona huyu fala tukimnyima tena he will keep coming back.
Yeah.
When I went to the embassy, because nilikuwa nimeenda embassy hadi soja alikuwa ananijua. Umerudi tena? Tell nifanye nini? A guy had told me, if the envelope comes from the British consulate, if you feel it's a very light envelope, my brother, go start packing your bags. Because ilikuwa ni envelope kia brown. So, when I touched the envelope, nikasikia nikalight. Kufungua hivi was my passport and a visa. George,
Allah!
I cried, George. Ooh! I'm getting emotional. Oh!
Sasa hiyo uko what? 19?
Sasa niko 19.
19.
Nimevauta to trouser to our Kenyans.
Yeah.
Street ones, the sharpshooter.
Yeah.
So now the next problem is, how are you going to pay for the flight? Again, I didn't think about money. The thing was to get there. So I told my mom, my brothers, tutaweka kaharambi kadogo, whatever, and we changad everybody, my cousins, love, man, love. Tukapata pesa ya ticket. My mom only had 50 pounds. Hiyo ndio pesa ilikuwa imebaki ya kwenda. So I landed London 2010 December, baridi. George, first time seeing snow. Walifungua mlango ya ndege hivi, baridi, George. Are you there, George?
Bro, I have been to London when it's December. I know how cold it gets there. I've been to London when it's November. It was actually colder in November than in December. But I know that kind of cold, yeah. Especially when you are new. When it's the first time it's hitting you. 38, 40 degrees is too much.
I'm from Muranga.
You are from Central Kenya along the equator.
Central Kenya. Yeah.
Yep.
Very warm, man.
Yeah.
So my imagination was came alive when nilikuwa nimekalia ndege, kwa sababu when I was casting this dream or this imagination, nilishika mkono yangu nikaeka kwa hewa nikiwa thika. Nikasema hii mkono nataka kuiona kwa ndege. True story. Hii mkono nataka kuiona kwa ndege. So when I was sitting on the plane, yani there's a lot going in my mind. I'm leaving my mom, I'm leaving everybody, my friends, everything I knew alone. So a lot is going in my mind. And then it hit me. John, your hand. When the pilot alianza kuongea hapo, we're about to blah, 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 we're about to leave. Nikaeka mkono hivi tena, George, and I said, fuck.
I'm here. This is happening.
This is fucking happening.
This is real life.
No fugazi. Pap, nimeland London with 50 pounds. My sponsor was our neighbor, a mom, a nurse, a mother. I'm forever grateful.
Yeah.
We are not related. we are not whatever, we just were saying hi to each other as neighbors. Alikuwa ametangulia before us. God bless that woman up to today. Akaniambia niko jobs, unajua huku maship vile zinakuwa tight.
Yeah.
You have to make your way to North Yorkshire from London. This is like 4 hours.
Yeah.
With a train. Na mimi sai kumwambia only have $50, £50.
Yeah.
Dienda kule heaven.
And you don't even know how to navigate the train system.
I don't know, George. Minister, mind the gap on the railway. I don't know nothing. Nimeona wazungu kama yani hakuna watu weusi. Mimi naona tu white. Everything is new. Everything. The smell, the cleanliness, everything. And I have to make my way to North Yorkshire. And the train ticket, George, was £50.
Woo!
Because so excited, when the last meal was on the flight.
So those were the times. Those were the times where you could walk to a kiosk and buy a train ticket.
Yes.
Because these days, and I don't know how long you stayed there, you just tap your credit card or your debit card, and the system captures it until when you exit, you tap it again. It calculates the fare depending on the distance.
George, right now, those were the good old days, George.
Yeah.
Right now, if you don't have a credit card, George,
you are not getting out of the airport.
No. Nitafute Bangladesh hapo mwenye ataitikia $50.
Hakuna pahali $50 itakupeleka.
Hakuna.
Kutoka Heathrow to Mayfair, close to Buckingham Palace, it's £110 in a taxi. Hakuna pahali £50 itakupeleka.
I have a good story for that. You need more coffee.
I am here with my coffee.
So, Mungu ndo huyo, sitaki kusell Mungu hapa. I'm just giving you straight facts. 50 pound yangu nimewekelea. No, kutoka hivi, she was waiting for me. The snow was on her knee high at that time.
Shoot.
Mimi nimebeba tunguo hapo to ufala.
To tropical weather.
Tropical weather maze. Nimefungwa shati hapa hivi kama Sonko venye nafungwa shati hapa kifua. Bling. Hey. That lady took care of me through training. Training was 6 months, George.
Kwa military camp.
Military college.
Saa hii uko military college ya United Kingdom.
Correct.
Holy moly, bro. Holy moly.
Naongea Kizungu yo ya thick accent. Thick accent.
When we were young, we would see those Johnnies, we would be like, ha ha he ha 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 ha.
When they bring me that water, well, water.
Yeah.
So I'm the guy there. But that uniqueness, George, is what they liked me for.
Yeah.
I'm different. I'm not used. Yani wow. Mimi venye wao ni foreigner kwangu, I'm foreigner to them. So kuna venye wako curious to know
your journey to that place. How did you get from Central Muranga to from Thika to Northshire?
Yes. And these were luckily they were the seniors.
Yeah.
The senior officials. Kwa sababu ma relative wao, maguka wao, ndio walikuwa wanatuchapa. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So hapa kuna ka dichotomy. Kuna their grandparents were the oppressors and we were the oppressed.
So these are two sets of grandchildren meeting in separate environment, and the roles have changed. You are in your country and you are now in the military.
Thank you.
Yes.
So hapo ndio wakaanza on the classes. This is a college, right? A military college in Darlington. Wakaanza kuongea, ndio captain moja akasema, first of all, fuck all this bullshit of humanitarian. We are here, or we conquer for our own interests. I'm going somewhere, George. So that statement, ikanigonga at your own interest. So they know, hakuna historian, colonization, they know why they are there. Nini shindeni yuko? They are there to take care of their people.
Yeah.
Fair one. Their interest first. Na sisi maguka wetu wakipigania, it was our interest as well. So, najaribu kuget to somewhere, because my guka alikuwa saidi ya wakoloni, alikuwa bodyguard wa Kenyatta. So now at my age now, I'm like his shadow. Maybe you can help me with that.
Yeah.
It's like I'm walking his footsteps.
Yeah.
Without even me knowing.
Yeah.
Nimeweza kurealize kuna ka force hapo.
Yeah.
And it's gonna come to my Canadian queen.
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah.
So my guka on his journeys na Kenyatta, kuna time walikuwa Russia. Akawa mzungu. Na wakapata watoto wawili. Mimi sasa hapa moving fast forward to 2014, nimeenda Canada, nimeoa mzungu. So it's maybe later you can help me with that as we continue. Kama nimekupoteza mahali.
Huwezi. Mimi nakuaga around na stories, bro. Subiri kidogo tu. I am not seeing any activities on the people who are listening. Get the lights up, get the likes up, get the super chats, and if you're enjoying this story, the M-Pesa number is pinned on the top. Send some M-Pesa. Give me one break. Let me change from coffee to water, Mr. Canada. All right, let me get some fresh water here.
Please help me understand this situation. My wife just stopped giving me sex. Barely 2 years into our marriage. What could be the problem? Yours concerned, married man. Run for the hills and nuclear. Run, and you miles of back. Run like your life depends on it. Because whether you know it or not, your life depends on it. Dear Mr. Married Man, women do not change, they just run out of options. She messed up the game of hypergamy, and she settled for you can lose the other. You remind her of all the missed opportunities you lost with good men, better men, rich men, men that wanted her when she was young and hot. She wasted her youth and now she settled for you. She sees you as a loser, settling with a broken self, her diminished self. She will resent you and punish you for her past, her mistakes. Because women do not take accountability. Run for the hills, can do it. Run and do not look back.
I have some very strong pesa from Jackson Cisse, Derek Becher, Bonnie Daudi. Alex Weru is the guy we were having a conversation with yesterday. Alex Weru. There is Francis Mwangi with a strong pesa. Naomi is the ex-girlfriend that joined the conversation yesterday with Alex Wero. Thank you so much, Naomi. Then there is Ronald Tango with a very, very, very strong pesa. And then there is a girl named Nyambura. Asante sana Nyambura with a very, very, very healthy pesa. Then we have Vincent Mwangi. Asante sana Vincent. Somebody else have sent 500 shillings. Their name has not loaded yet. Keep them coming. Let me see on the super chats if we have any new person. We only have Dirango Wairimu who has joined the membership. The least you can do is to become a subscriber to this channel so that we can create this community together. Now, ukiguzwo, you send them pesa. The number is up there. And you get the likes up. All right, what am I doing? Back to Mr. Canada. Are you there? All right. Tulikuwa tumefika wapi? Ronald Wera is saying, I think Ronald is the guy who just sent him pesa. He's saying that guy is a good storyteller. You have him hooked. We are all on the edge.
Thank you, Renan. And buckle up, man. Buckle up.
So you had fast forwarded to, in the future, you're going to tell us that you left Canada and you left UK and you went to Canada and you repeated the same trade of your grandfather by marrying a Mzungu. But let's stay in Canada. Let's fast forward to the training has come to an end and you have been deployed.
So before the deployment, I want to bring the Queen around.
Mm-hmm.
So that strangeness, that being new, that thick accent people make fun of,
yeah,
that is your unique, that's telling your journey where you have been from,
yeah,
right, attracted a very senior person.
Mm-hmm.
Akaniambia hawa wanaendaga huku na huku, because nimeingia, it was infantry. You're just a foot soldier, na rifle.
Infantry is the front line.
It's the front line.
Yes.
You are the guys who go taking the hit. Akaniambia wewe, I don't know why, George, but he told me kuna hii special branch ya who guard the palaces and the Queen's guard, right? So nikasema huyu jamaa ananichanua, wacha nichukue advice yake. So I went that way.
Mm-hmm.
God willing, nika graduate very sick, George, kwa sababu baridi ilikuwa inanipiga, George. And I'm a small, I have a small frame.
Yeah.
I was a biggie. So baridi was kind of fighting me as well on top of the lessons, the training. Nilikuwa so thin.
Yeah.
Kama Sumari. Anyway, nimetumwa sasa London because this is where the properties are for the Queen. Huko ndio anakuanga, hizo ndio residence zake.
Yeah.
Huko sasa ndio nilianza stories za madem. Because now I have money. I have an amazing, incredible job. Niko na interact now, I say. So
you are now you are stationed in the palaces and in the properties that are owned by the monarch.
Oh, Buckingham Palace, to be precise.
Buckingham Palace, I've been there.
Uko ndani, George.
Yeah.
Unakunywa chai uko na Queen. Uko ndani na biscuit.
Allah.
I'll send you pictures.
In full ceremonial uniform, the red and black.
Full regalia.
Yeah.
I was looking sexy as a motherfucker, man.
And you are skinny and tall and slender.
Dark and handsome.
Allah.
Yani walikuwa waniona hivi, George, wana steady. I remember one time, nimesimama hapo hivyo outside the palace.
Yeah.
And hizo kofia tunavanga, unaichanua hapa hivi, ndio mtu asione macho. Wewe mimi nakuona, wewe unioni.
Mm-hmm.
this lady just walked. You know how they come and take pictures. You've been to the palace, right?
Yeah.
Ode makakama ka maintain contact. Macho. Ikasema hapa.
Hena kiudu kiho.
Hena kiudu, George. There is something. Anyway, he came, maintain contact, and you're not supposed to talk to anyone or move. No need more kioi. Ikasema let me match kidogo. I just
It's only the Kikuyus are gonna catch that one. But continue.
It's not meant for everybody. Nimeka gani yangu kwa shoulder, attention, nimeanza kumatch. Nikimatch karibu na hapo hivyo kulikuwa na kachain ndio kuseparate watu, nikamwambia hey, looking good man.
No way, you're breaking protocol.
Breaking protocol. George, you should have seen this lady, man.
She could not believe it.
You would break every moral you have, George. I'm telling you, my brother.
Even for herself, she could not believe that she just activated a Queen's Guard.
Thank you.
Holy moly.
And
And for clarity, at the Buckingham Palace, sometimes you are wearing that long gray uniform, especially in the cold weather.
That's for winter dressing.
Yes.
But this one was summer, George.
Okay.
The other palace, St. James Palace. St.
Uh-huh.
James Palace, you can come close.
Yeah.
To us. I'll send you a picture when I was on St. James Palace.
Yeah.
So,
is St. James in Piccadilly?
In Piccadilly, yes.
Yes.
No. Ziko zote hapo hivyo hiyo area ya hapo hiyo Hyde Park.
Yes.
They're all concentrated there. Akaandika namba, akaikunja, nikakuja karibu na yeye on matching venye una stretch mkono, I grabbed the number.
No freaking way.
True story, George. Grabbed the number and went back to my sentry. Na nikauma vako.
Genovia has been successfully activated. You know, when before Elon Musk came in, real briefly, I was vaccinated by the shuttle, the space program, and we would be told in advance when the shuttle, when they are going to broadcast live on TV, a special kind of TV, another TV, when either the space shuttle is going to the space, and then we would be hooked on the screen to see when the space shuttle is successfully connecting with the space station. Bro, I loved those moments. I would put the alarm at 3 o'clock in the morning to catch up with the approach, the final approach of Endeavour or Columbia before Columbia bursted into flames. And they would show us that final approach when it's slowly approaching and it's releasing some flames just to catch up with the right timing of the opening at the International Space Center. And then, boom, it would be successfully connected with the International Space Center. And then we would see people floating in zero gravity as the passengers join in the people who are already at the space station. So you're telling me when the connection between you and the little note happened, you knew you have been successfully connected and activated as the Genovia, and you marched back to your ventry as if nothing had happened.
As if nothing happened, George.
Whoa.
Nothing to see. Maybe nikamaliza shift, they're 2-hour shift. You start there for 2 hours, George. You're not fidgeting, you're not chewing gum, you're not scratching your nuts. You're just there, man, representing the royal. And the thousands of years of their customs, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I go back to the palace because I will shift immediately. I have an assignment. Iko na number. Mimi nikambia Soko, I've always tried to maintain a good relationship with my seniors. Always. Because they will look after you and you look after them, kind of a thing. You can't run it.
Wake up you.
they had that kind of leniency. Nikamwambia hapa inakaa udreda wekai, give me a couple of minutes. Nimetoa nguo zangu, nikavaa the normal military attires kwa gari. Those days I had a BMW. Wow. Nimepiga namba. She was a lady from Israel. She was on vacation in London. Alikuwa amekuja kuona the soldiers, George.
Mossad, bro. Mossad.
A commander of a tank. These are pictures she's showing me. No Fugazi.
So she's actually Mossad.
She is.
Oh my God. You're about to betray your country.
For that punani, yes. Fuck all you, man.
Holy moly. Are you still there? There's a phone call coming. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead.
Mimi wacha nikute vitu, George. So it was a moment of like two people connecting again who want, Yani, I was fulfilling her fantasy of the London trip. Nili deliver, George. I really delivered. So nimemaliza hapo, nimemaliza story, nimerudi camp, and I continued.
Wait. You smashed on the first date.
Si nimekuja hapa na compact. Ami hata nimetoka, ameona kwenye nimetoka. There was
no more introduction.
No. Yeye amekuja not only seen what the Queen's Guard, but also interacted with the Queen's Guard. There was no talking, George.
And it's an exotic Wakanda from Kenya.
Wakanda. Hey. Pure Kikuyu breed. The 10% you are talking about.
The Sakamoyos.
Yes. And remember, I'm always learning. At this time, nimechanuka kidogo, I'm learning fast, I'm trying to read Nusoma sana. I'm trying to nasoma haraka, whatever kind of a thing. I know I'm behind.
Yeah.
So nikatoka hiyo branch ya special guarding, nikatumwa Southampton. This is now logistics, which will connect with the story I'm going to finish with. So huko logistics wakanifunza every equipment in the British Army, how to operate it, how to maintain it. Another blessing, George. From being good with my seniors.
With your superiors.
Yes. Sana sana kuingilia.
Yeah.
Naenda nanyenyekea kwa mtu namuuliza, where can I, nataka hivi, how can I get there fast?
Yeah.
In whatever language you want to use.
Yeah.
Wakaniambia sasa ukikaa hapa sana, yani promotion ni watu royal. The more higher you go, the more closer you get to the Queen.
Yeah.
Kuna clearances.
Yeah.
There are certain clearances. Me being a Wakanda boy, sitapita. Plain and simple. Na ni kwao.
Yeah.
I cannot change that. Mimi nikaingia logistic. Another thing, walking now I'm walking in the shoes of my dad without me knowing. Because my dad was a driver. Alikuwa anaendesha matruck. So my passion for driving long vehicles, ilianza na my dad when he used to come home, anatupatia lori ya company, anatuonesha magia nini. So now I'm feeling I'm in the right place. Mi utaka mahali na feel my consciousness haipigani na my role ama my what I'm doing. Ilahuru internally. Sipigi ndani. I don't know whether I'm making sense.
Yeah, kabisa.
Anyway, nikafunzwa everything. Now that was a blessing. Wakaniambia wewe, tuko na ofisi Canada. Do you want to go?
A Commonwealth extension.
A Commonwealth extension.
Yeah.
Now, in hindsight, nikigrow polepole, nilikuwa before I left Kenya 2010, I had already fallen in love with my best friend's girlfriend. I know, hold your judgment, George.
The Mossad girl.
No. The Mossad girl, he went back. Si lazima aende huko, they take the land. Hii wanapigania. She was on vacation. That was just purely an experience.
Yeah.
When I was in Soho, nilikuwa huko Malaya, Soho, that whole area. So niko sasa nimepatiwa offer ya kukuja Canada. Because they have another big training exercise huku kama yenye wako nayo na Nyuki in Kenya au Majoni.
In which province?
Alberta. In a city called Medicine Hat. Well, the story I'm not telling you is before I left Kenya, nilikuwa na dem. Na after my successes, nilikuwa nimemvuta just to improve her social life. I paid everything, George. You know where I'm going. So by the time nichukue hii deal ya Canada,
yeah,
tulikuwa tumevurugana vibaya sana, and we had a daughter. Remember, I'm riding on ego all this time.
Before you left Kenya as a teenager, you left a child.
Yes. And I'll tell you why I'm making all these mistakes.
Yeah.
Za kuhabana everywhere. Anyway, nika come Canada. So I'm trying. Canada was the new job, and also trying to heal from the relationship na huyu Mkikuyu.
Goja kidogo. You brought in the girlfriend of your girlfriend. Where was she located?
Sijakupata.
You introduced a girlfriend of your girlfriend. The girlfriend is the baby mama back in Kenya.
No, I brought her to UK before even having a baby.
Your Kenyan girlfriend?
Yes, Kenyan girlfriend.
Haya, huko ni gwathũka. What? Cannot be. Is your name George Nganga? There's a Ronald Mwema with a $2 super chat. He's saying, "Don't tell me this story is going south. Don't tell me, bro. Don't tell me." Was your daughter born in the UK?
Thank goodness for that. Yes.
There is always a plus.
Always a plus. And thank you for saying that, because I've always seen it as a plus.
Oh,
My
yeah.
daughter is in a fast world.
Bro, before you are 30, your daughter is already 10 years old. I mean, how can you take that away from anybody?
She is actually 11. Very beautiful.
There you go.
She's an extremely beautiful girl.
Yep.
Extremely. So, Canada nikikuja, I'm coming to heal from that broken family.
Yeah.
Kwa sababu, again, I'm walking in my grandpa foot, because yeye in Russia, instead of, this might be a judgment. Actually, I don't even judge him. No judgment. Alikuwa na family huko and he left. So that always was on my head. Sitaki yo. I don't want to just leave kids, you know? So I'm in Canada now. I'm trying to heal and appreciate now this as a new country. Brand new.
Yeah.
Now na magari huku zinakaa kama matruck. You know all these American cars, George. So now I'm in another level of euphoria.
Yeah.
But then I repeat the same mistake. Nimeenda hapo juu, nimeanza mimi ndio sasa na feel ati mimi ndio sonko. Nimeanza na msichana mwingine hapo mzungu. And the love was good, George.
No, there is somewhere you introduced a friend to your baby mama. Which one is this friend?
So, before I leave Kenya, I had a friend who had introduced me to the game. like how to be a man, how to chat women. Alikuwa Meru, one of my best friends. Because me, I'm from Mushada, remember that. Nilikuwa nashindwa tunaenda out and he's scoring chicks, and these are beautiful chicks, George. Nikamuuliza, how do you do it? So he had introduced me and showed me how to, talk to women, blah, blah, blah.
How to have the reads.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she was hypergamizing without me knowing at the time. So tumepigana Kiswahili hapo, whatever. So I voted her, and I was also lonely.
Yeah.
Niko in foreign land. Niko peke yangu, George. I was lonely. But never out of focus. Nilikuwa naangalia penye nimetoka, George Kaunga. So that is one of the reasons why nilikuwa into that relationship.
Yeah.
Na nikai break out of lack of maturity. Kenodia.
Yeah.
So Canada, fresh life, nimesema ni mimi sasa sitaki mchezo, nitaki mara, whatever. I didn't even know. Nimekuja sasa into another arms of sophistication of women. Are
you 24, 25 at this time?
Now I'm 24, 25 up. 25, I think.
Yep.
Mimi tumependana. She was native, half white, half native. You know the native.
First Nation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good pussy. Good pussy. Very good, George. I have to insist that. Because the Kenodia inakuanga sasa hapo ndio you not even thinking of yourself.
Yeah.
I never thought about myself. I stayed in Canada for like 10 years without going home. Because niko na dem hapa, dem kitu naogopa kwenda home asicheze. You see the vulnerability hapo. I'm trapped in what I thought was love. I come 2019, but I realize I'm in a relationship that's not balanced.
Yeah.
That's not equal. I have no say. I'm just building her life. Maybe like a job for her. Sijui hizi vitu. So 2019 happens. We all know what went down. So 2019 was emotional roller coaster, George.
Yeah.
Because I lose. I lose my dad.
Man.
Oh, yeah. So my dad is going home. Maybe I'm deployed. Nico deployed. My dad was walking home, and a drunk guy ran over him.
Man.
Like ran over him. And this guy, I don't want to go into too much details. He's a government official, a big guy. So the case, how that went.
Swept under the rug.
No case. Yes.
Yeah.
So the reality started setting in of who really I am as a person.
Yeah.
I have no wealth. I have no divine blessing. I'm just a man who doesn't even know George. Kuriedi. Because I really loved my dad, I really loved him. He was struggling. My dad was his dad, and like I said, he was a bodyguard working at Kenyatta, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was moving everywhere. So my dad hakumwona. He was like abandoned kind of a thing. So on his journey anafight na vitu zake, sisi kama watoi tuna fall on the wayside. So he's busy trying to solve his shit.
Yeah.
And then alcohol in a kick in because time imeenda, anaona haja to provide. Those guilt alikuwa na beba. And me, I just wanted to talk to him. I didn't want anything from him.
Yeah.
I'm in Canada, goddammit. So I was like, Dad, just enjoy your life. So he was trying to enjoy his life and control his drinking. That's what he drinking and needed frustration drinking. I'm frustrated by the system all his life. So that his death, because for me, one of the things I was doing was trying to work hard quickly and liberate. Unaona? My mom, I had already liberated my mom. Right? Again, I'm not bragging. If you're taking this as bragging, you're missing the message. My mom had already built a house for her, a bodega, with this army money and the help of other brothers, not just me. My mom was set. They were set. So the other one was my dad. So when life pulled that away from me, it was a big shock. And then a few more months, naona text kwa team akisema venye anataka kugongwa.
The Canadian native white girl.
The Mzunye.
Yeah.
Kiero.
Yeah.
Niko kudrive na depression. Wewe unafikiria venye utakuwa spread around. Then I realized I'm alone, George. Again, I have kids. Now we have 3 kids at this time.
Oh, you got some kids from her?
Oh, I'm very fruitful. Very
Brace. Another plus. No matter how things go south, another plus. Oh. Another plus, bro.
3 beautiful Canadians.
Yes.
Canadians.
And they are a mashup of the First Nation, white and a Kenyan from Thika. Bro, you know, I was telling a guy in Britain. He's 31 years old, just around the same age that you're struggling with this. And he was struggling with getting a woman because he has achieved everything he wants in life at such an early age. And he was struggling to get a wife, a woman. And he had gone all the way to Ethiopia, to this mystery girl that he had believed was a virgin. And I told him he has to figure out how to venture into Eastern European, because that is where the superiority of the gene is for him as a Kikuyu. And
100%.
And he has to know that he is engaging with these women without any percentage of success of the relationship. But he has to get the children from them. And he has to be mentally and physically and emotionally and financially prepared that things are going to go south, but he's going to get the children. Go in there knowing that, and go there knowing that this woman is going to take you through hell. But you emerge on the other side, holding your children. Do that.
You have to walk that fire. That fire, to get these kids, you have to walk that tightrope.
And you're saying you got 3 out of her?
Out of her. And I'll come back to her because after Kyokoto, after the graduation or the circumcision, the second circumcision, you appreciate a lot. You appreciate a lot when you come out of the other side.
Yep.
Miude Mzungu, she dragged me to hell. She did a number on me, George. Because nilikuwa hadi hospitali, George. She never even came to see me.
Man.
Bedridden. I'm just telling you the chronology of how things went.
Yep.
So this is 2019. I've realized that I'm alone again in my life. And I have no one to look for apart me and my God. Because money is not there, because all my money is going to my kids. 2022, we are still locked down. I'm still improving my skills as a driver here. Now I've got my CDL, George.
Inside the loyal military or outside?
This is the beauty of it. I already finished all the royal one is in the pocket already.
Okay.
So in UK, I'm a class 1 still.
Okay.
I used to drive those lorries. Just like in Canada, because I don't have any skill. I don't have a way of making money. I have to think quickly.
Yeah.
To nimekuja hii country.
Yeah.
And CDL was the quickest way to graduate because they're making the same kind of money with the nurses.
Okay.
That was my thinking.
Yeah.
So I'm in my depression, trying to mourn my dad because now I've realized I can't share anything with her because she doesn't care.
Around the same time that your dad died is when you discover that this woman is actively stepping outside.
100%.
Yeah.
And it was first of all through a text, which befuddled me, George. Because to me, I was like, this chick is so faithful. Why would she do that? Again, the naive in me of not understanding women and how they work.
The Clueless Married Man is the title.
Clueless.
Is the title you're looking for.
Sure.
The Clueless Married Man.
You know, because for me, she's a career woman.
Yeah.
And I had a grave. So I thought. So akaniambia nimeona marriage yetu inaenda south. Why don't we move to a different city and try salvage this relationship? Again, I'm not even taking control of things. Ni yeye ananiambia, George.
Because she already has plans in the other city. And those plans do not include you. You are just the logistic, the logistic support system that is going to get her to where she wants to go. And once you get there, she no longer needs logistic services. But how would you know that, Kinodia?
How would I judge?
Yeah?
You know?
Loving, supporting husband. Is that what you want, dear? As you wish.
Oh,
happy wife, happy life.
I'm actually excited. Sorry to cut you, George.
Yep.
I'm actually excited that she has realized things have been going south.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually amepata kichwa. Let's go fix this thing. Because for me, I want to carry this family. And then let's get into sex. It's non-existent. Let that sink in.
Bro, before you joined this life, I was playing a song that I just created out of a X post that Kibe posted of somebody asking Kibe for advice because he's been married barely 2 years and the sex has died. I mean, what else do you expect as a married man?
How would we know, George?
What else do you expect to happen inside the marriage?
And if they...
No, go ahead. I'm just playing the mask in the background.
She's all of a sudden, yeah.
She's all of a sudden what?
And when she gives it, it's this butterfly sex where she just sleeps there like a pillow princess.
Bro, the guy asking Kibe for advice said exactly the same words.
George, I was miserable. So miserable. So miserable, George. I didn't even know who I am.
So let me take you back just a tiny bit. When you said you are deployed with the Royal Military, were you deployed outside of North America?
Oh, let's get into that. Like, are you asking where I've been deployed?
Yeah,
I've been deployed like more than 30. More than 30 countries. I've been deployed more than 30 with the army. More than 30 countries.
And back home, she's enjoying the full benefits of a military spouse.
Oh, both of them. Both the first one. I had this programming that I provided with them, George.
Yeah.
You know, and now that you're bringing the story about deployment, I want to tell people, like the people, these people in this community, as a black person, we are very marketable. If you clean up yourself, we're very marketable. We went to Poland, George, on one of these exercises with the army, and once you finish the exercises, we are normally let go to go decompress. You know, end up go town and kunywa kidogo and then come back before we fly back to UK. And so we went to the North Island because we didn't have time.
Subiri kidogo, just one tiny bit. Just one tiny bit. Let me check something here.
Because women do not take accountability. Run for the hills, can you hear? Run and do not look back. The best time to run was before the altar. The next best time is before getting caught.
So you're saying in one of the deployments, you found yourself in Poland.
Yes.
And after the exercise, they give you time to decompress.
Yes.
And you and the boys ended up in a strip club or in a club?
In a strip club.
In a strip club.
But these ones, they have back rooms where if things get heated, you can go and get a massage. If you know where I'm going with this.
Allah.
We go in and they open the door, George, and it's a plethora of women everywhere. And you pick whatever you want. It's like the way you go to groceries.
Like the one Kibe went to in Tijuana.
Thank you.
And there is a display of women, and you pick and choose.
You said it. And obviously there's a fee, but for some reason this lady was like, I want the black one.
Allah! The Wakanda
boy, because some of these women in Eastern European, they have never seen an actual black man. They see them on TV, or whatever, and TikTok and all that. But lakini hawajawahi one. And you know, women are curious. They're like a horse. Unajua huku nimekana horses in Canada. Ukienda hivi kwa horse, in a ranch, horse zikikuona zinakimbiaga, zinakuja, zinakuangalia, zikakudhimania, and then they go away.
Mm-hmm.
That's women. So she came and did that, George. And again, this is another beauty of being a Kikuyu black man. You know, there are people out here who love us.
Hey, utafanya Wakaba waanze kujishuku. Neke kioro na itwe. Mukenya daima is asking himself, neke kinai na itwe. Kwa si atava. Neke kinai.
I said black man. Because out of this pain of losing my Canadian queen.
Yeah.
When she was doing all these things, nilikuwa nimejichukia, George. That's where I'm going with this.
So you are there in a strip club in Eastern Europe, and the woman is saying, in lieu of payment, give me Wakanda.
Give me the tea. And I always deliver, George. That's one thing you should know. I always deliver. So all the anger I had in me from the exercise, all that stress, sleeping outside, kunyeshewa, being shouted by my generals, you are siraote. I poured it on her. And weirdly, she just enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Akaniambia, ukikuja tena, look for me. If you come ever again in this strip club, look for me. Alikuwa anaitwa Podolski. Anyway, I'm in Canada, COVID, lost dad, wife amenipatia plan. Again, guys, kama uko mahali na wife ndio anakupatia plan, you need to advice. I'll leave the advice for you, George.
Bro, there is a tweet on X where I said, do not involve women in your plan. They may be on the menu like a burger, but not in the kitchen like the chef. And then I made a song out of it. The song is here.
So I'm going to where I met Mr. IQ. That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
In the depths of my depression, we go home. I'm in a country, jobs imeisha, we are locked up, and there's nothing worse. Kukaa tu kwa nyumba and you're seeing your wife going, juu alikuwa this job, she's a teacher, and the job. Uko kwa school is where the affair is. This is me, hindsight, knowing all this thing. And ananituma, because we used to live far from with the parents, and ananiambia, can you take the kids mwende kwa kukaa, niko job this time, what do you think of that? That would be a good idea for you. Another thing, alikuwa anipatia ideas,
alafu anakufanya ufikiri ni wewe umetoka nazo.
Ndio nimechora, George. Sasa she's back home huko, anakunjwa. George.
Wacha niseme na Kikuyu ndio watu wasisikie. Ni andu aria othe ndanarĩa ndĩ wĩra-inĩ nĩ atumia ene. No the makoragwo makũnjĩte arũme ao, the same design. No ũraũthondekera fulani. We were saying the weather is very good in Central Kenya, especially in the area near Thika where you can plant bananas and pineapples. Very sunny. You know, very kenodia. Na tiere kana tatu.
Oh. Me, I'm faithful. I'm reading Bible. I'm not saying this to make fun. I'm reading the word because I realized back in 2019, remember, niko peke yangu. So I've started having curiosity in everything. In marriage, in who I am, in Christianity. So I'm questioning every fucking thing I thought I knew. Because this chick, I thought this is it. Remember, when I'm dreaming, I had dreamt and said, I want a white girl. Because for me, at the back of my mind, a white girl was a trophy, was the epitome or whatever you want to call it of success. Because I'm chasing success. That's how I stay busy. We only have a few times here, right? So I'll always chase success. So
you know where that is coming from, right?
No.
It's coming from the 15-year-old version of you in high school, sleeping with your high school teacher. It has never left you.
I've been running away from Patricia all this time.
and deeper than that, it's coming from your own mother. You have mentioned your mother 6 times for every one time you mention your dad. You told us that you took care of your mom by building her a house first before you solidified your dad. So you have always catered to the women, and you started it as a mid-teen in high school with a 30-something-year-old female teacher. But the
house was for the parents. My dad never left my mom. They stayed all through, even when they had.
But the resources were not flowing through the dad, where you would have empowered him to continue taking care of his woman. You went behind your dad and empowered his woman at his expense, but you wouldn't know that.
I had empowered him. No fear the yaga. The other kugari emotional media. Fear the yaga maine kwa uji.
Yeah, because you involved yourself with what he does with the money after you gave it to him. because you did not trust him to be a man enough to also drink. So you judged him even before you empowered him, because that messaging is being packaged by your mother. Wahethoguo ni egucinywa ciothe ndumira nie niguo njeke kanyumba niguo thomithie ciana cianyu niguo njikiona wacihethoguo cikunywa mai. And the messaging is very clear because you are very attuned to the female noise, the female voice.
Wow. You're triggering me, George.
Now I'm just holding the mirror for you to see yourself. You have so far convinced yourself that that was the right thing to do, because if you give it directly to your father, he would drink. But you also said he was not a heavy drinker. He was in control of the affairs even when he drank. But when it comes to empowering him financially, then you lean to the voice of mama and you deny him.
I didn't trust him.
Exactly.
Yes, I judged him.
Exactly.
Wow.
No, you did not judge him. You bought the judgment from his wife. Because you also said earlier on that you are not here to judge. So you are exempting yourself from the judgment, but you are buying the perception of your father that is the perception not of you, but that one of your mother. And you see him in the scope that has been created for him to see him through, not who he actually was. When in your childhood and you're referring to your father, you have these very fond memories of a guy who comes home in job trucks and is showcasing you how the mechanics of the car works. You never mentioned a single time that he fucked up his job because he was a drunkard. That never happened. Nonetheless,
that is true.
When you are empowered, when you are socio-engineered by your mother, because of her own selfishness, natural selfishness, nothing wrong with it, natural selfishness and self-preservation, also natural in a woman, she has to package herself as a better alternative to be monetized and empowered by a son that she has turned into a son husband at the expense of both her husband and your father, who also happened to be the same person.
Oof.
And then also something you have not told us, but has happened to your life. The same effect follows you in the socio-engineering of your children against you by your mothers, the North American children and the one in England. And you haven't told us that yet.
I'm still learning how that stuff is affecting me. I'm just laying the story and you're the one picking out those things and expounding them. Like right now, I just realized one thing that I have now to, sit with it for a while, because it's true. And that's how, when I was in that state of I'll go forward, George. I'll go forward a little bit. So we moved to this city, Calgary, where I am.
Her plans. You followed her to her plans.
Her plan, her script. Amenipangia njama.
And if somebody missed it, when she wanted to have the freedom away from you and to make sure that there is no loophole in you catching her, she would package you with the children to her father's house.
Yep. And get this. She would even suggest I go out and have fun. I can appreciate you being out there with me. That's it doesn't make sense. Anyway.
But in your head, you are getting a hall pass. Sidio?
Yes.
But she is buying her own hoppers by packaging you and the children to the paternal to the maternal grandparents' house. And you, Kenobia, you are the chaperone.
Mimi, when I started seeing the messages, George, venye anasema stuff about me, and this is now after we have moved to this new city, Calgary.
To Calgary.
To Calgary.
Yeah.
Now, in hindsight, this is where she grew up, and all her high school sweethearts were here, George. So I'm providing logistics so she can come closer so she can be more lively. She can continue her life.
Come back to the familia and reconnect.
Yes.
Yes.
Mimi vile nianza kuona ma messages, nikajua I'm finished, because all my investment, George, was with this woman. Not just money, the thoughts that I had. So nikazusha, because I'd taken enough. Nikazusha one evening, I could come home late. Tukavurugana, George. And she did what they always do. Akachukua simu. Kasema, I'm going to call the cops if you're not going to leave this house. Remember, I am paying the house. $2,000, $400 a month. The disrespect was so huge to the point where I could not close my eyes to it. It's staring there at me. Like, what other thing you want to see, John? And that's why I started the fight. But to her, to what she framed it is I'm controlling and I'm violent. Now, with that and the background of military, I knew I needed to leave that house. The house, the kids, I just took my car. This is October. It's snowing, George. Snowing. So I left.
Because you are a married man, you cater for everybody else and you come last. You could not even give yourself a better car as a man, because as I stipulated in is a married man, a weak man, you take care of the affairs of everybody else and you come last. So you could not even buy yourself a good car as a man who is financing everybody else's comfort. You had a car that did not have the heating system in Calgary.
Can you see the stupidity?
No, it's the cluelessness, bro.
I could freeze to death. So and thanks to my military training, I turned that small car into a home. I still had to go to work because I have to pay for her to still get fucked in my own house. After all, the kids are there, right? So I thought, yani, my mind, George, my mind was gone. I'm thinking about everybody else, like you have said, but not me. Everyone else. So it was a painful realization, realizing how I'm sorry if this is boring. It's a long story, but
bro, there's nothing boring about your story. I'm on the edge of my seat here.
And that's when I was just in the car there. I had this strange, thick accent of a man calling people puny and Genovia and Guishi. And that was my first signal. Hey, you need to listen here. This might help you to understand and take out the wool that is on your face. But he did the opposite. I became angry, George. Hey!
You became angry at me. for pointing out your Kinodiadom.
Yes. How could you do this to yourself, John? Say, why would you do this to you? That was the main theme of the question.
Yeah.
After listening to you on Twitter and whatever. So it became unbearable to live in the car. Now this is November. Still snowing heavy. In Calgary, we are close to the mountains, so the Chinook winds, they carry the snow from the top of the hill,
Yeah.
and they bury the city. It's cold, George. Anyway, so I called my sister. So before I left UK, I had already brought not only my ex, I had brought my sister through the British consulate, my diplomacy, through the army. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
You have a better chance of putting the case. Now I'm an expert, by the way. Sorry, I was now an expert after going through that hell of the consulate. And I knew how to talk to white people.
Mm-hmm.
So I brought my sister
to the UK.
And my sister was doing to the UK, and she was doing good. So I took the phone. He says, "Man, I'm fucked up, man. I'm fucked up. I have nothing. Siko kwa nyumba. Can I come home?"
This is 2022?
Ooh, this is 2023.
23.
George, the $1,000 I had left in my name, I bought a ticket back to London. Nakamuhuko, a man who had a townhouse, had a family. I'm going back to UK like an immigrant. Nothing. George, the most depressing period in my life so far. My sister nursed me. She washed me. George. Woo. Bless God for that girl. This is our last born.
Mm-hmm.
I think my dad was busy looking for a girl, so that was my sister, and Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
So I stayed there, but there's something about the kids. I had developed a very good relationship with my kids. I was like, man, George, I cannot stay here and let another man raise my kids.
The ones in Calgary now. Yeah.
In Canada.
Yeah.
Yes, because now the one in UK, ni msichana mkubwa. These are toddlers.
Yeah.
In Canada.
Yeah.
Now I'm not operating on iyo upuzi ya wazungu. Now I'm a dad. I brought these kids here. They are my responsibility. I'm gonna die trying to liberate them. If it's the last thing I do, I go out with a bang, So I told myself, you know what? I cannot sleep. I cannot concentrate with work because I keep thinking about my kids. Again, I was aware of that dynamics of living a family kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
From my grandpa's story. And my dad, when my dad was kind of the dad bailed out. So I was trying to correct that generational thing. Anyway, I do extra shifts in the ports in Southampton where we unload things with machines from the ship. Southampton is a port city in Calgary, in UK.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I worked hard like a dog, John. Every night crying because the economy in UK had changed. It's not very good right now. Hakuna majob. It's dried up. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, every night I worked. I'm trying to save for a ticket to shoot back to Canada and a little bit of money for a B&B. And to buy time to start looking for work. There won't be another again. I start again from scratch. I work hard every night. Got the money. Nimepanda kwa ndege. I land back in Calgary City. My wife, my ex, she's in honeymoon. She has a new guy because now she's free.
Yeah.
Right? Nalipa nyumba, George. Remember that. Ndo huyo mimi nimerudi Calgary. I land in the city. I check Airbnbs. I see a Luo lady in Calgary. She has an Airbnb. Nikampigia simu. Akakuja akaniangalia hivi, akaniambia, how long do you like? Nikamwambia, I need like 6 months. Na sina do, sina job. But I'll promise every month nitakulipa do, George. And she believed me. I got a job. Nikafanya job. Then moved from there back to the car again a little bit kidogo because 6 months zimeisha. And I want to save a little bit money to get into a better house because I want the kids to come to my place at the weekend so I can now start deprogramming them. Because everything is fucked up. You know, the mom is drinking, a handy job, the kids are bouncing from one parent to another, to their aunties. You know that crap of fascination people, that bullshit. Long story short, George, it's 2025. I've done the work of listening to people like you or anyone who would direct me. And now I'm in my flat, my own brand new flat in Calgary City. This is 2024, around December.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the system here, Nyumba, you just don't get a house. They do those credit checks and all that stuff. Hey! So got into my house, and it's been every time I'm off work, George, I pick up those kids and we ride like nothing happened. That's where I'm at right now. Every day waking up, going hard, George.
And you
my life
and you created a safe environment where your children can come and see you in your strength.
That was my priority, precisely what you have said.
Yeah.
Because them seeing me as a weak person, I have already screwed them up.
Yeah.
Unintentionally. So I needed a safe space. And I pay a lot of money for this flat because I want them to start seeing excellence as their right, as a right.
Yeah.
Then it shapes whatever they take. They won't take shit from a guy from Kayole.
Yeah.
Sorry to say that. After I set that standard high, and that's my goal right now.
You know, there's something, there's two things Kibe said, and it has always stood with me. A man should only be seen in his strength, in his strongest. And I think I repeated that when I had a conversation with him in Nairobi.
100%.
And he also said, and this is way back in 2022, we were tackling the issue of Ellis Hill. If you remember the guy from California that was chasing after his wife that he had brought to America. And we told him, the worst thing that you can do is to stay in a dysfunctional relationship where you are being emasculated and your kids see the weakness in your eyes. That's the worst thing you can do. There is no other more damaging effect of kids in a dysfunctional relationship but than seeing their father in his weakness. And the best thing you can do, which is what you did, is to get out of this dysfunctional relationship. Create a safe space where your children can come, see you in your strength, and you give them the security and the freedom, and they will relate to you from that point of strength. And they are going to come and tell you all the bad things that have been happening in that dysfunctional relationship you left, because now you have just given them a safe space where they can be free and vulnerable with you. If you fail to do those things, you have failed humanity itself. You have failed humanity itself.
Mic drop, mic drop. That's a mic drop, George. And I saw that with my daughter. When she comes, she used to come and tell me, that fat guy, I can't wait for him to leave the house.
You see?
She's bringing me all the information. And bless that little girl. She's called Olivia. And when I was staying in the car, she would come so we can spend the weekend together.
How old is she?
She's 5.
Daddy's girl. The princess. That sees you as God himself.
I am God.
So there is no opportunity. There is no opportunity. There should never be any chance of her to see you as anything else other than her God. Never, 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 never let that happen. Never. You are better off disappeared until you go fix yourself than exposing any weakness in your children.
Let's talk about fixing yourself. You cannot fix yourself when you're in the hands of the enemy.
Exactly.
You gotta be out of their vicinity. You gotta build yourself hidden, George. I appreciate those nights I was there. I appreciate the breakup because it has unleashed this new beast in me. I'm in love with myself, George. I'm so fucking in love with myself. Nasingekuwa hivi now, and don't get me wrong, sijafika bado, but the getting myself back to where I feel sexy again. I feel productive. I feel a useful person. Like if I don't go to work, George, they call me, man, because the job I do, no one can do. You know, those small wins, they are such a blessing right now, and they pump me energy. Anyway, all these things I learned from tuning in to your frequency so I can open my eyes, expand my knowledge on what I think I know. Because I was living, wanting reality to fit my reality. It's totally different. Totally different experience.
The mark of a man is reliability and dependability. And he delivers those with honesty. That's why those people are calling you at work, because you are dependable and you're reliable. And you have proved yourself as a marked man. That's what keeps us alive, bro. That's what keeps us alive. Our service to this planet is to humankind, is to mankind. If you are not being useful, you are useless. There is no leeway. It's of paramount importance that you fix yourself back to your frame as soon as you can. Take all the time you need. Disappear, build yourself, get your frame back so that you are dependable and you are reliable. Nobody will want you for anything else other than your dependability and your reliability. And you have to deliver both of those with honesty. And I keep saying like it's an insult. If you cannot be an honest man, then you are no longer a human being. You have morphed into something that is no longer human. You can never be a man and be dishonest. What is this thing? What are you good for if you're not honest?
And sorry to cut you, George. And people feel that energy when you bring them, especially people who are conscious. These are people who have wealth. They don't even care about your CV. It's the energy you've walked into that office with, you know. And that's what I always work on. Where I come in, I give you a feeling of safety because I'm a safe guy. I'm not there to, I know the job. I know what you want. You want this and this done. I'll do that with a happy face, you know. And people feel that energy. Don't get it twisted. This is to the younger 15 me, or whoever wants to take the message. And another thing, when the student, they says when the student is ready, the teacher shows up. I wasn't ready, George. If I listened to your message when I was in my Kenodia mode, I would have taken it as insult. But because I was ready, life had already given me a good one. I was ready. I was humbled. My ego was not now attached to me. Ego of, oh, he's a Queen's Guard. Oh, he's in Canada. That ego was stripped down by life. Now I was bare. Now it was time to now remold me to a new vessel. And I don't even know where I'm going. I just feel sexy. I just feel I know what the job is to maintain my integrity. Wake up every day and work with the universe, like the energies that are around us that we have never acknowledged. And they ignore us because we've stopped recognizing them. You said something about working with energy, George, and that message was so powerful to me because the power of mouth, or they say life and death is in your word or is in your mouth, right? Mm-hmm. So you, for instance, you say, I want a plane. By the way, that's what I want. I want my own plane. That's my next big vision. And I have nothing, George. But when you tell the universe, I want a plane, and then the next minute, you second guess that thought, you have cancelled it. Because the universe is going to go with your last signal. Exactly. The energy you say to the universe is the one that bounces back to you. And it's only people who are not aware of these energies that are reckless with their words. Like the people who say Nekogaria. If you are in the Kogaria, yes, you're in the Kogaria vibration, you're always going to say in the Kogaria vibration. And because we are spinning around at 1,000 kilometers an hour, you are in that spin. Yeah. And you won't get out of that spin, yeah, until you introduce a new higher level of energy vibrating back to you. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. You know, me, I'm on my journey to self-actualization where I become a god, where now I have my own Vingira. I have 2 wives, and I judge them on who brings the food. Like my grandpa. My grandpa had 2 wives. And if you don't bring food, anaanza kutoa marks. He didn't stay with his wives. He had his, as men, and now I understand it. You need your own cave. So you can strategize, see your enemy. That quietness, you can now start reading the omens, the messages that are around you. I couldn't read this woman was walking out church. And I'm a very imetrainiwa kuona hizo signals. Intuitive. Yes, but she had indoctrinated me unconsciously, and I had indoctrinated myself to where I could not read any signs of the times. It was time to leave because of the disrespect, but I stayed there. You know? So this is the time I'm trying to listen to all men that I can sense an ounce of wisdom. And I sit there. And I listen to them and they say something that really clicks. Because it's a puzzle. We are looking for stuff to put in those puzzles. The biggest puzzle right now is overcoming the way we have been dominated in our minds by Eurocentric preaching, by Eurocentric views, to the point where we don't know, we don't have an identity, John. It's very sad. You know, the modern man has been conditioned to believe that his service is to the woman. And somebody is mentioning here about my drives that I do in the car, the ones I used to do with Kibe. And in one of those drives, very recently, maybe in November or October, I countered the popular belief that
women want money from men and men want sex from women. None of those statements are true. None of those statements are true. Women are not looking for money from men. The natural essence, the composition of the woman, what she is looking for in a man is sex. And what the man is looking for in a woman is children. Now, look how at peace you are when you stopped chasing the women and you appreciated your children. When you focused on building yourself, solidifying yourself, building a platform and a safe space where your children can come and be with daddy. Look how peaceful that is. I am speaking about myself here.
Wow.
This is me.
Wow.
A man is not looking for sex from women. A man is looking for children. The moment you realize that, then you work towards the goal of providing the best environment for the children, not the mother.
It's kind of, they hide under the kids.
Yes.
So you
They are, what do they call them? Bargaining chips. They know that. The engineering about the man slaving for the woman was concocted by the women. It's the only way they can have access to the man. Now, you have access to your children devoid of the toxicity of their mothers. They don't count anywhere in your life. That is what they don't want men to discover. That is what they don't want married men to discover. That's why men in marriages, they die at 40 and get buried at 83. Married men.
So are you saying
you die in marriage at 40? You die at 40. And then you stay in that stinking mortuary, convincing yourself that you are in there for the children. You are in there because that is what your African Christian God would want. What would Fred say? What would family members say? It would hurt the children. It will do this. You stay there for 43 years and you get buried at 83.
You know, it's interesting you say that, George, because at 40, that's when a man is supposed to be realizing or reaping the benefits of his work, like his experience. At that time, you have already clocked 10,000 hours if you have picked a skill of your choice. And you're saying it's sad.
It's the peak. The word you're looking for is the peak of the man's performance. Is the peak of whatever career pathway or business or whatever he has put his hand on. At 40, a man is at the peak. It is in that moment that he gets a courtward and he dies in marriage. He dies. Listen to my video about is a married man a weak man.
I heard it. That's why
he dies in marriage. And for the next 43 years, he's going to stay in that mortuary, creating a dysfunctional environment where the children see his weakness, but he is slaving for the wife instead of the children. If you listen to that video, I say at the end of it, 2 minutes before that video ends, I say we will never see the weakness of the man until we watch the complete metamorphosis when the children are grown and he had transferred all the money, all the properties and everything in the name of the woman, what you just said. And now he is left not just broke, but broken. That's when we see the weakness of a married man at 83. We saw that video circulating on Twitter of an old guy songaring ugali in a makeshift kitchen in poverty. That now is the final resort. of a complete metamorphosis of a married man.
God forbid, George. God forbid.
But when things go south and you find yourself in a pit, the next instantaneous decision needs to be get out of that.
Stop digging the hole.
Stop digging. Get out. Literally, get out. Which is where we started with a song that I created out of the conversation Kibe was having with a guy asking what to do because the sex has died in marriage after only 2 years in marriage. This guy will never even see 40. This guy has died at 27. But if he doesn't do anything, he will stay there for another 50 years until he's 77, broke and broken. The children turned against him because the woman needs the children to replace the father in old age so that they can continue supporting her. She is set for life. The properties were changed in her name because it's safer that way for the children, but it was for herself. He has nothing. And I think in your message, you alluded to something like you lost everything. You lost all the chips, you said.
Everything, George. You know, the last time I had a good car was in England. I had a BMW, leather seats, smelled good. I mean, this was a pure panty dropper. That is the last time I drove a nice car.
Because, especially the Kikuyus, there is always a man in the society as the shaming image of what a married man should not be. You see that one, you see him dressing good and doing good and driving a good car, but their children are in government school, and they are still staying in that KGG of a house that they moved in 20 years ago. So that guy is listening to the messaging, and he is wearing a shirt that has a whole line that we can see the inner lining, because he only have 2 shirts. He has that little suit from his first wedding day that is creased and broken, and he wears it on Sunday. His shoes have seen more cobblers, repair shops, than he has seen a new clothing store, because he has to look bad so that he can get the medal of he works hard and an ajinyima for the family. Until we see the complete metamorphosis of a married man at the tail end of his life, where he is alone and lonely, broke and broken, because he never consolidated money, power, influence, and access through him. He ceded all that to the woman.
And all this happened, all this when life is shaken and you're left there like an empty shell. Their life is going on. A woman can wake up next day broke, and caused damage. She has done all the mistakes in the world and still be looked at as a woman.
Yes.
I was looked at as a failure, George, when Mimi did Meokotwa.
Beyond a failure, you are now a danger. You as somebody who have military training, you as a black man, you as an immigrant from Africa, you are viewed as a weapon, a dangerous weapon.
Wow.
You as a man, you are a potential dangerous weapon. I said earlier on, let me catch you back 2 seconds ago. If you are in a dysfunctional relationship, in marriage, you are in that relationship alone. Your wife is not with you in that horrible relationship. You are in that relationship alone. Her life is going on perfectly. She is denying you sex. She's getting sex somewhere else. If she goes there and gets pregnant, it's not your child. She's getting it from an alpha male. Alpha seed, beta needs. She will continually punish you for your weakness at home. You will raise kids you did not sire. she will cheat on you with other stronger men, and she will continually keep you miserable because only you are in a dysfunctional relationship. Only you are in a bad marriage. No woman goes around saying they are in a bad marriage. Women know what to do if they find themselves in a bad marriage. Men don't.
And the emasculation on that process, I want to pull you back a little bit. I'm sorry, but I was looking, George, for my balls everywhere in the house. Non-existent. From the kids, even the dog. We had a dog. Haikuheshimu.
Bro, the dogs respond to energies. If you have no energy to disperse, the dog can tell this one is a broken piece of shit. Kuna mwana mwingine anakujaga hapa, huyo ndio energy yako inaendaga kwake.
George, can you imagine? My Siba.
Married men are here listening from the corner of their bedrooms, hiding from their wives, because they know what we are saying here is true in their real life. IRL, in real life. These guys are listening to this message from inside the prison. And the prison warden is in the other room. So they are putting the volume down so that the prison warden does not hear. And they are looking themselves as people who have no way of getting out of that mess. But they project their inability by saying, we hate women, and we are toxic masculinity, and we are chauvinist. That's the only way they can soothe themselves in the conundrum they have come to make peace with.
I wanna shine some light to them, George, like you did. If you realize you're constantly on negative self-talk, emotional outbursts, and destructive behavior, man, it's time to get out. Todo, that Mutumia has lost all the respect, and she's waiting for the right time and chance.
You are a real ancient Kikuyu. You even tap into that Mutumia.
I'm from Muranga. I told you I'm a village boy.
We no longer have Mutumias, bro. Mutumia comes from the one who shut the fuck up. They no longer shut the fuck up. There is no longer Mutumias.
Jesus Christ.
There is no more Mutumias, bro. Mutumias died with the 1986 Beijing Women Conference. That was the last Mutumia we had.
The contrast is so huge, George, because now in my flat, the joys of walking naked, smoking some weed here in my balcony,
at peace,
is uncomparable to any pussy I've ever eaten. The peace, George.
The married men who cannot get that for themselves, they say you are lonely, because they want to convince themselves that solitude is a bad thing in a man. They are lonely at home, but that one they can handle. Let me read you something real quick. Man, I hope I see it.
And before you find it, George, there's this resentment that you know you're not in a loving relationship, and you continue staying there. The resentment, I resented this white woman with every fiber in my body.
Because you are fighting the true self in you, the warrior, yes, the man, the courageous decision maker. You are suppressing that to accommodate your inability. Here is the quote. Many people chase quiet thinking they are chasing peace. But quiet is external, the absence of noise. Peace is internal, the absence of conflict. Now, I pause there and I say, the reason the married man is quiet is because he is avoiding conflict.
100%. You're walking on eggshells, George, because you don't want to stir the waters.
Peace.
You know, this woman has emasculated you on a duara gear. You have no voice. You are gagged.
Peace is internal, the absence of conflict. You could sit in silence and still feel chaos inside. Or you could be in a noisy environment and still be completely at peace. Silence can look like peace, but true peace has nothing to do with conditions. It's not found in the environment. It's cultivated in awareness. Quiet is circumstantial. It depends on the surroundings. A break from the people or a moment without distractions. It gives temporary relief, but not lasting restoration. Peace is unconditional. It's the ability to remain centered even when life gets loud. Problem is, many use quiet as an escape rather than a practice. They retreat from noise, not realizing that the real noise is internal.
Mic drop, goddammit. Mic drop. Now, my piece, George, thank you for that. It has finally, you have answered a lot of things in my brain with that statement. And I want to tell you, my peace came from Black Jesus, not the Christian Jesus that I grew up in CRE in Kirwara High School. I started having these dreams, George. Remember, and this is true story, I'm not making this up. I started having dreams. Nah, my Jesus was black for some reason. I am a if that makes sense. After reading, what I'm leaving behind is a man I met who's an electrical engineer in America, a doctor. And we started talking because I didn't have anyone to talk to, George. I could talk to anyone. I started talking to practice communication because I realized communication is what I've been using all along to get what I want. Communication. Learning how to communicate. So anyway, for some reason, I started talking with this guy on the phone. Akanielimisha about the Bible. Not these Eurocentric visions that we have been given all this interpretation. And then you on the other mix expounded on the Bible, but with your own views. And I was like, huh? So I started deconstructing that image. Remember, nilikuwa nimeokotwa sana na hii image ya Nyakeru.
Nyakero.
It was so much into me that nilikuwa nimefungwa on that, chasing that thing, or believing it's superior, the whiteness and all that, you know. But this man started showing me the history of the Bible and how it's all African history, written on African soil. And that changed a lot of things in me. So when you talk about God and all these game stories, I'm always attentive. You might not see me there online or whatever, but I'm always attentive because there is a key. Because religion imetushika sana kama Wakikuyu. Hakuna watu religious kama Wakikuyu. And I'm not saying that as a good thing. I'm saying that as a negative thing. Too religious. Kila kitu gainia kule. When we are living in a world of competency. Pure competency. God badai. I don't know whether I'm making sense, George.
Big time, bro. Big time.
So this man, so I started connecting my life experiences with what I read on the Bible. And that's when shit started making sense. Because now I'm not seeing Jesus as a savior. I started seeing him as a warrior. And I've been a warrior my life. Army, all that stuff.
The biggest, the ultimate mark of masculinity is Jesus hanging on the cross.
Ooh.
That's where that is coming from.
You have to deal with that.
The biggest image of masculinity is Jesus hanging on the cross.
Expound more.
The one who bears all. The one who delivers on the mission. The one who is reliable. The one who is dependable. The one who completes the mission. The one who knows the assignment and stick to it. The one that faces all adversaries. The one that is ready to face death itself.
Amen. Amen.
That is the biggest demonstration of masculinity. That prostrate display on the cross is not one of surrender. It's one of victory.
I didn't know that until he explained. Now you have explained it on another angle, which is even more powerful. But he explained it in terms of ethnicity. If we're going to talk about Jesus, the story is set on African soil. And when Herod wants to kill all the boys because he has got some intel that a king is born, he sends him to Egypt, up for some few kilometers from Murana. So the connection was huge. I mean, you mean my savior? No,
if you look at the preparation of Jesus, the mission he was given, in whatever the context of the African Christian Bible, he was prepared for a mission. At some point, 100%. He is even second guessing himself if he is worthy of the mission. And he is asking the master, if this is too much for me, take this cup away from me.
I cannot handle it.
And then he is reminded of his masculinity. He is reminded of his mission. He is reminded of his dependability. He is reminded of his reliability. He is reminded of his service to mankind. Let me show you something.
And to add on that, he's reminded of who the fuck he is.
And when he has completed the mission on the cross, the last word that came from his mouth was,
it's over.
Right there.
It's complete.
Right there.
If
it is finished.
Punidom, poverty, Kenogieism,
Tetelestai.
lack of self-respect, everything.
John 19, verse 30. It is finished. Those are the victory shouts of masculinity. I have accomplished the mission. It is finished. I don't know why I keep thinking that tetelestai is ephiphatha, but probably that is a different interpretation of tetelestai. But when he is there, spread out, bearing it all, bruised, naked, but nonetheless wearing the crown of glory. It is finished. The biggest mark of masculinity. Everything that was thrown at me, I overcame it. Every assignment that was given of me, I accomplished it. Every adversary, I faced it. Every enemy, I defeated. Every trick, I had uncovered it. Every temptation, I overcame it. It is finished. The most muscular man, the most red pill man, Jesus spread out on the cross, nailed, but with a crown of glory on his head.
I have never seen it that way, George.
It is finished.
And I'm not gonna compare myself with the Messiah, but that was the mutual feeling. You know, I've been betrayed, big time. I have been left dry to hang on the cold. You know, she has done whatever she can do. Now it's me to take my cross and walk, George. Walk a new path. Accept my losses. Take all the responsibility, George. Everything. Take it. Oh, you didn't make me come. Yes, I didn't make you come. Oh, you did have enough money. Yes, I didn't have enough money. Take everything. You're right. Whatever you think I did, you're right. You want me to walk away? I'm going to walk away.
And let me take you something totally irrelevant. But you said something about Jesus going to Egypt.
Yes. It's in your Bible.
When he was carrying the cross, you just mentioned the cross. That's why that thought is coming to me. When he was carrying the cross and he was being beaten by these soldiers on the way to the cross. I mean, to the mountain to be spread out.
Golgotha, yes.
The only person who helped him to carry the cross is John of Cyrene, a black man from Egypt. Sometimes they say from Sudan.
Yes. Cyrene is in Sudan, yes.
Yes. Simon of Cyrene.
Simon of Cyrene, correct. I'm sorry. You're right. And this information I'm getting from this electrical engineer who used to work for NASA. True story, George. He's the one telling me these verses that our parishioners gingerly avoided, or they were too heavy to get into because it's going to stir up problems. It's against the pipeline of doctrine. So I'm learning this on my 30s, that there's a possibility this whole story, you haven't been reading it correctly.
And the significance of that, one moment, the significance of that, I want everybody to catch what I'm saying. That
Are they not sleeping? I think they're sleeping by now. It's too heavy for them.
This supernatural being that has demonstrated the greatest masculinity ever asked of in a man. Even when the cross seemed too heavy to bear, it was a mortal black man
who helped him
in the form of John of Cyrene, who helped him bear the cross. And the demonstration here is, this now is your portion. The way of the cross.
Yes.
The demand of the man.
Yes.
The consistency, staying the course all the way to the top of the mountain, where you are not going to go get shamed. You are going to go get crowned.
Crowned as the king. Amen.
Bear that cross. Reliable, dependable, honest.
I would add godly.
I mean, man is God. Jesus was a personification of God. The distortion about the relationship between man and God and man has been done a huge damage by the African Christian religion, because the African Christian religion has come up and created images of God to worship, while God is eternal.
Not to be put into these buildings or picture frames or whatever we want to put him as if he's our dog.
Go to any Kikuyu household and go to the living room. You are going to see an image of a white Jesus directly above the chair where the man of the house sits. And that white Jesus is declaring that Jesus is the head of this house, not you, Kenodia, sitting beneath it. The masculinity has been taken away from the man. And now he has created an image God that he worships, that he passes on his responsibility to that Jesus, that image God. So now the black man in Africa and everywhere else has deserted their essence, their purpose, their mission, their dependability and their accountability and their reliability to this image God. That's why they never improve anything. They live in the most dire, miserable situations while the white man is exploring other planets. They have done taking care of diseases. They have done taking care of ocean liners and airliners and skyscrapers. Now they are exploring what else can we do with this masculinity, with this God in us of building and discovering, exploring and iterating. The black man is worshiping that 5x7 photo hanging over his head.
And if I jump in on that same wavelength, George, they have, because Jesus is in their image, right? So they're winning all the way. When they hang these pictures, this is the difference. When they hang these pictures in their walls in these European countries, it's the same image. So they're like, yeah. But for us, like you've said of a dad with a picture above him of a white person, you know.
The man is emasculated. The man is emasculated by this exact same religion that his wife brought home. The wife brought another man and replaced him. We go back to what your children are telling you. That your daughter is telling you he cannot wait for that fat man who comes home and emasculates you and takes away the position that you occupy in that house. That white man is this 5x7 photo of a white Jesus over the seat where the man sits. Jesus is the head of this house, not you. But who brought that man home? The woman.
The wife.
The religion in Africa is being propagated by the black woman. The black woman in North America has replaced the man with the white man, the white Jesus, who saves her and gives her food stamp and Section 8 housing. The white man, the one who gives her child support, not necessarily from the husband, the child support in food stamp dependent on the number of the children. So the white man is taking care of feeding the children at home. That's why you hear them saying, my food stamp dropped from 4,000 to 1,200. Because the white man in Donald Trump is tired of being the husbands of black women's homesteads. But you are not ready for this conversation, guys. You keep worshiping God and his mother, Pure Maria, whatever you call them. What is the name they give Maria? Virgin Mary. Virgin Mary. Stop listening to me!
I went into that trajectory just to let you know, George, that was my liberation when the image changed and I started seeing the Savior as my connection with the Savior as
the black man. You know? That black man,
yes.
That black man is the image of yourself. Did you watch Kung Fu Panda?
Yes, I did.
With Master Chifu?
Yes.
When he finally finished all the assignments and it was time to open the scroll, What did he see?
It was empty.
What did he
It was
see?
empty.
What did he see on the scroll?
His image. His image.
There you have it.
Fuck.
You are the black Jesus. I'm looking at the list of the M-Pesas. The number for the Sadaka is pinned on the top. Oh, the one I mentioned earlier has actually populated. It is Ronald Kirui. Ronald Kirui with 500 shillings. Vincent Mwangi. Nyambura. A different Ronald Tango. Naomi. Francis Mwangi. Rex Wero from Malaysia. And Bonnie Daudi. And Jackson Sisei with a very fat M-Pesa. And there's a previous one there from Alex, another one from Alex, and another one from Vincent Mwangi. Keep them coming. This is the church that you take your Sadaka to.
20K, George.
Say that again?
We are going for 20K today. 20K.
Bro, to M-Pesa. If you are listening to this message, huu ndio wakati wa kutoa sadaka. Bwana anakuona. I am the Bwana now.
Remember that? Yourself, God. I love it. You made my day. Oh, shit.
Yes, sir. I'm your Jesus now.
What you have heard and what is reality, it hits you like a ton of bricks. You know, and since I started seeing that image, George, and listening to this man, and he was connecting, and I don't want Kikuyus to start panel beating their cultures to fit the Bible. That's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to show that you're reading this thing in the wrong way. You're supposed to study it, and you have to get someone to help you study it. The way George G comes up with these analogies, you have to understand the story where it's been said, you know, and then the Bible comes alive. It comes alive right in front of you. I was reading the Bible like a madman, George. You know, it's a big book. It acted as my pillow in that small car, and that's how I got into this. And then I put you in the mix. It was an explosion. You know, even that story of Moses, the person who taught him after he got was a black man, Jethro. You know, the father-in-law of Moses. He's a black man from the Moors. You know, so this information was the turning point.
Yeah.
Where now I've identified I need information, nothing else. All I need is knowledge. And I'm going to go wherever I can find it, from a baby, from the trees, from the stones, from George, from the cat, even that dog of mine that didn't want to listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
I became very serious about reading my environment again, trying to remember what I learned in college from the British soldiers, you know, the absence of the normal, the presence of the abnormal. You know, that is your cue there. So you start paying attention. You engage all your faculties. You know, that's how I survived, George. But I would never have done that without the information you're providing and the information from the professor, the electrical engineer professor. Now I'm just piecing pieces together so I can understand me more on my journey to self-actualization. How will you, Mr. George?
You know, I'm reminded of a saying. I'm trying to get the full text of it so that I can quote it properly. Until you make the unconscious conscious, that unconscious is going to rule your life, and you're going to call it fate.
Oh.
Go back to what you said you learned from the British military. The absence of conscious.
The absence of the normal, the presence of the abnormal.
Exactly.
You know?
Until you make the unconscious conscious. That unconscious you are ignoring. That unconscious you are overlooking. That unconscious you are not heightened to is going to rule your life. And you're going to walk in this life for 83 years. And you're going to call it fate.
Guy.
Have you not heard people say that?
Fucking hell, man.
You're just getting blown by the wind like a butterfly. But butterflies have purpose greater than your human brain can fathom. Butterflies are completely interconnected with the cosmic rhythm. A story for another day. Even when we say you're being blown away like in a wind like a butterfly, it's an insult to butterflies. Butterflies are completely in tune with the immovable mover.
And in Kikuyu culture, they are a very good omen, a very good sign.
Just like the ladybirds. Yes. The fashion of the ladybirds in the Western world is the butterfly in Africa.
Oh, okay.
Because and probably have said this so many times. Butterflies follow a certain pattern, the complete metamorphosis. Before you see a butterfly, you know where it has come from. You are afraid of taking a complete metamorphosis to become a man. But an organism that weighs this like less than a third of a gram has completed its complete metamorphosis to flourish into this beautiful, adorable thing that floats effortlessly in its essence. But you as a man, with all the brain power that have been engineered over evolutions of human evolutions, you're still stuck in mediocre. You're still stuck in smallness. You are afraid of greatness. And you have internalized that and projected your iniquities on them that are on their journey of self-discovery. That thing I will never understand. That thing I will never understand. That people can get to a point where they give up on life and they internalize that. Now they say, now I am going to curtail anybody else who is trying to do better than me. Now I'm going to negate and come up with shaming, insulting words at them that are on their journey of discovery. That one, I'll never understand. How do you become that thing? How is that human? How can you give up on life at 24? What the fuck is wrong with you?
They're not conscious, George. They're not conscious.
I don't get it.
It's the same thing. You're so stuck in your own world. You know, it's how can you explain something it's outside someone's belief system? You don't. It's never crossed your mind that you can be a good, like an amazing black man. You know.
So I was going to say, now that you have reminded me what I wanted to say. Mm-hmm. This thing, black people go around saying white supremacy. Mm-hmm. There is nothing like white supremacy. The only superior being in planet Earth is a black man. End of story. Everybody go home.
Thank you.
The only superior being on this planet is a black man. But how would he know it when the only thing he knows is to morph himself into a victim of colonization, is to morph himself as a victim of slavery, is to morph him into a victim of apartheid? How would he know? that he is the only supreme being. There is nothing like white supremacy. There is something like black supremacy. The black man is the most superior being ever known to humanity. When you see it, it's only when it's matched with discipline. Because discipline 100%. In blacks is an insult. But when a black man has been taken through discipline, then his superiority shows up. But discipline in Africa is an insult. There is nobody else in this world who is more superior than a black man. But again, he will walk in this world for 83 years and never discover his greatness.
Do you know my ex, this white woman, understood that better than me at the time. She was very selective about the genes or whoever is going to shoot a baby in her womb. I might have painted a picture of her as a Kimudwa, but she's a very intelligent woman. Now,
no, there is no woman Kimudwa. Women are in tune with their purpose.
Fuck.
Women are serving the universe itself. Women get their messaging from the universe itself. Women are one and the same with nature. Women never deviate from their purpose because it's not something they choose to be or to not be. It's something they are.
It's who they are.
Yes.
And like on the beginning of the relationship, she was like, I want black babies. And to be more precise, African, because we still have that DNA that has not been really altered. And the Muranga guy was a special one. Mine was intact.
You are like, hold my Muratina.
Hold Muratina. Let me untie this belt. I want everything there. Like Kibe says, even my bone marrow. Hey.
Yeah.
Now I was under her plan. You know, this is George. Nepokora was very stupid. That whiteness had taken me, and it took black Jesus to liberate me, to make me remind my worth, my self-love, the whole 9 yards. I really met that man, George. I'm saying that with a lot of seriousness, and I really dove into finding out, like, how it has affected me. You know, like you said, you are there, you are leaving everything to fate. So don't go to food debate. You go there, you pick Tamagotchi, you pray. And don't get me wrong, everything I've achieved is through prayer. But after raising my consciousness on how to pray, I'm not coming there begging, broken authority. Like my dad, the way I approach my dad. So my approach on how, on my holistic life got amplified by this Kichapo. And I started looking at my life in a holistic way, and I've never looked back. Never looked back, George. Now I've got an amazing job. Thanks to Black Jesus. You know, I work, like this year, I'm only gonna work 6 months, but the monies that I'm gonna make, it'll cover the bills for the whole year. This is where people say amen on this church.
You are in the section of oil and gas exploration.
No, that one is very shifty.
Okay.
Oil and gas in Canada is very shifty. So I mean road construction. We
okay.
always use roads.
Oh, you do it in the summertime.
No, winter, just winter, bro. Remember I telling you I was plowing the snow. Remember
maintenance. Maintenance. Okay.
Yeah, they have a contract, a huge fat check from the Canadian government.
Yeah.
So Now I have time now to listen to people like you, because when you're broke, you don't even have time. You don't even have time because you're constantly thinking about the stomach.
Yeah, because the brokenness is in the mind.
100%.
Yeah.
So I'm in a position where now I'm looking forward to my 6 months off. I go to the mountains, and I just stay there with my God.
Yeah.
And strategize.
Yeah.
How do you?
Bro, thank you so much for sharing your story. I have never encountered a story like that, and I have spoken to hundreds of people so far since May of last year.
Wow. Thanks for having
me. This
is
George. The greatest story I've ever had, bro.
Thank you.
And the openness and the courage, the freeness, the freedom you have given yourself to speak truth to power, to yourself, to reclaim your own self, to put yourself back in your frame and know that you are the superior being. The connection you have with your children, nobody can take that away from you, bro.
I agreed to this conversation because of the work you're doing, George, and I was trying to speak to the young 15-year-old boy in Moranga. Yes, you can fuck a bad bitch. You can you can go anywhere. Just use your faculties. That's what I'm trying to paint to people. Yeah. It's free. Power of imagination is a free gift from the universe. We just need to know how to use it because it's a magical world. Pick it up, baby, on the ground, and magically it rises up from the ground. It's a magical world. But you cancel every authority with your words and with your actions. And I'm going to finish, George, sorry for taking your time. I'm going to finish with Moses on the burning bush, because that was the beginning of Moses finishing his Kinodiezi, and the lesson there was your words and your thoughts and your presence. When you meet God, he changes those three things. You change how you use words, you change how you use your thoughts on how you think, and you change your presence. Once you meet God, there's some places you cannot allow yourself to be, purely because of your identity. You have my number, George. I want to help as many people as I can with just talking. I don't want anything. Thank you very much, George.
Asante sana. Let's keep in touch. I am reminded of another song I made, and there's a verse in that song that says, you can do anything when you focus your minds. Let me play that song. It is a powerful song. Let me see if I can find it really quickly.
Magical world, and we as African people who have brought humanity, carried humanity, we are the last people to still have that remaining link of connection. Let's not lose it, because where we are going, we need everything we need to get out of our fucked up situation. We're going to go into a black winter. For those people who don't know what black winter is, a long extended period of misery.
You are good at anything you put your mind to. The day you decide to change the things you put your mind to is the day you will be good at what you put your mind to. That is a post on my Twitter with a photo of me and my son. Asante sana Mr. Canadian. Nashukuru sana. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. Here is the song.
Yeah. Welcome to IQ Watson channel. This is the extreme logic zone of the Ask IQ show. We conduct real talks here. Nothing is off limits. Nobody is off limit. The mark of the man is dependability and reliability, and he delivers the truth with honesty. Minimize your needs. Uncomplicate your life. Simplify your routine. And constantly have things to look forward to. Do not involve women in your planning. They may be on the plan like a burger is on a menu, but not in the kitchen like the chef. Every man with an ambition has a period in their life where they build a foundation. No fucking around. No distractions. No excuses. Just pure tunnel vision. And building themselves. This is what separates the best from the rest. You are good at anything you put your mind to. The day you decide to change the things you put your mind to is the day you'll be good at what you put your mind to. Be protect your seed. Be deliberate in choosing the mother of your future children.
Is there anything else, guys? I think we leave it at that high. If you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this channel. Get the likes up. If you find it in you to be a member, become a member at the very basic level of the Fred's level. And thank you so much for Dirango Wairimo subscribed to the hello level, and a super chat from Ronald Wema. Ronald Memo, you are also on the M-Pesa with that $2 of the super chat. The M-Pesas that have loaded so far, because there is a delay. I don't know why it happened. I never used to see Kibe having that problem of the M-Pesa loading delay. The money shows up, but not the names of the senders. I don't know why that problem is so persistent on my M-Pesa side. But we have Ronald Kirui, so it's a different Ronald. What was the name of this other Ronald? That was Ronald Wema. Ronald Kirui, thank you so much for your M-Pesa. Vincent Mwangi, Nyambura, and now there is a Ronald Tango with a very heavy M-Pesa. And there was Naomi from yesterday, Francis Mwangi from yesterday, Alex from Malaysia. That was also yesterday. There is Bonnie Daudi. Bonnie Daudi responded yesterday when I said everyone said 50 shillings. He sent 50 shillings. B like Daudi, Bonnie. And Jackson C. Say. And I wish I was not a Kikuyu and I could have beautiful names like that. Say. George Say. Reporting for duty. There's a NGA ni kitu gani hiyo pussy. Bloody fucking useless Kikuyu language. George Say.
Yeah. Help me understand this situation.
Which one?
My wife has stopped giving me sex, barely 2 years
She
into
has.
our marriage.
Genovia. What did you expect?
What could be the problem?
What could be the problem? You are the Genovia. You are the last guy on the line. Hula ujeuri yako.
Dear Mr. Merryman, women do not change. They just run out of options. She fucked up the game of hypergamy, and she settled for you, Genovia.
Genovia.
You remind her of all the missed opportunities.
Yes. Better man, richer man.
Better man, richer man. They wanted her when she was young and hot. She wasted her young, and now she's settled for you. She sees you as a loser.
You are the last guy holding a bouquet.
Broken self.
After she has gone through 99 men. Genovia, what else did you expect?
She will resent you and punish you.
Yes.
For her fuck-ups, her past, her mistakes, because women do not take accountability. Run for the hills, Genovia. Run, and do not look back. Run like your life depends on
Because it does.
Because whether you know it or not, your life depends on it. The best time to run was before the altar.
The best time to run was before the altar. The next big time is the before your courtroom. I'm done here. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody for being here. Let's do this again tomorrow. Bueno doge. Genovia, tell me, what has happened to your marriage, Genovia, after 2 years?
Please help me understand.
I can't.
This situation.
You are on your own, Genovia. You are on your own.
Giving me sex. Barely 2 years into a marriage. What could be the problem?
Tell me, what do you think is the problem?
Run,
Run, Genovia, run! Genovia, run!
Run like your life depends on it. Because whether you know it or not, your life depends on it. Dear Mr. Married Man, women do not change, they just run out of options. She messed up the game of hypergamy, and she settled for you can lose the other. You remind her of all the missed opportunities. She lost with good men, better man, richer man.
Good man, better man, richer man. And you're in none of those.
She settled for you. She sees you as a loser. Settling with her.
But you are a loser.
Her diminished self. She will resent you and punish you for her past, her mistakes. Because women do not take accountability. Run for the hills.
Run. Run.
Run and do not look back. The best time to run was before
the best time to run was before the altar. The next best time is before your courtroom. done here, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We'll catch up tomorrow.
Welcome to the zone
50 shillings
where
in
we
the
break
pesa.
it down. Extreme
sadaka.
logic in session. Step
Done.
up, wear the crown.
Bye-bye.
Boldly talking real, no filter, no shame. Confronting taboos, we rewrite the game. Outdated beliefs, now we let them fall. Inhibit, no more, we're standing tall. Activate your mind, elevate your view. Let's have real talks, honest and true. No restrictions here, only truth we chase. Step up, take charge, own your space. Quit being a victim. Stop the blame game. Elevate your spirit. Fuel your flame. You are a man. Rise and stand. Be the man. The one who commands. No more projections, no more lies. Look inside yourself, be wise, be wise. Challenge the norms, break the chain. In this extreme logic, only truth remains. We go there where others fear. Face the facts, make it clear. Rise up, don't hesitate. Own your path, decide your fate. Quit being a victim. Stop the blame game. Elevate your spirit. Fuel your flame. You are a man. Rise and stand. Be the man. The one who commands. Elevate your mind. Keep the fire alive. We'll make you outside. And what did we do? Activate your brains, it's time to move. Join the conversation, find your groove.